wicket of it. The score moves on to 19 for 1. 19 for 1 in the first 2 overs.
The
Welcome back. The second the second match of the day has started in Kaka Venkataswamy Memorial Telangana Inter-District T20 League. Khammam won the toss, decided to bat against Karim Nagar. Men in blue versus men in red fighting for the first time. It's a good choice to take on batting first for the team of Khammam. With this, after the first over, the score moves on to 10 runs without a wicket. Khammam has got an amazing start. 10 runs without loss after the first over. 10 for 0. It has been a first good thing taking on to bat first Khammam. Even yesterday they have done the same. They batted first against Nagar and they won the game by defending an ordinary total of 152 with some decent pace generated by Karim Nagar bowler. Here we could see a single stolen in the meantime. In the previous game where Nalgonda played against Hyderabad, Nalgonda won it by 26 runs and player of the match was Shivudu, 16 of 16 and 4 overs 2 for 14. Presentation will be done after this game for either games. In the league stage, now we have contest number 2 in the day, Khammam batting against Karim Nagar. Teja Naidu, the skipper, taking his time. Harshit Reddy stealing the runs. And this one is too brilliant to watch on. That has been handsomely driven for 4. Teja Naidu gets his first boundary. It was good placement at third man. Satvik bowling to Teja Naidu has offered some width. Probably has offered a boundary for the other batsman, Harshil. 10 runs offered by Sai Kiran in the first over. Short third man in the 30th circle. In the air, that will be carried. That is going to be the first breakthrough. Teja Naidu won't like that. But fall of the first wicket, Satvik strikes. And that's the first wicket down on the team score of 19, 1.5. 19 for 1. With that, Karim Nagar has found their first wicket. Teja Naidu is being replaced by Vishal Yadav at number 3. Vishal Yadav, another experienced campaigner. Will face the last ball of the over from Satvik. Nine for 1 in the first 5 balls. Despite of offering 2 boundaries, this man has been spectacular. So he lost his rhythm, so Satvik would come again. Moved onto the front foot and that has missed the line entirely. With that dot, the over number 2 has come to an end. After 2 overs, the score is 19 for 1. Second over completed. With 9 runs and a wicket off it, the score moves on to 19 for 1. 19 for 1 in the first 2 overs. An equivalent start for either sides. Now Sai Kiran would continue He has offered 10 runs in the first over. Charging down the track, and that has gone all the way. Fantastic shot, that one, towards mid wicket. What a placement. And that too, a new batsman hitting that six shows his masterclass confidence. He just waited for the ball to come, and he gets away with a massive sixer. That's a big treat for the naked eye. Sai Kiran has been invited for a sixer with the first ball, and then he makes a fine comeback. In fact, that has been Harshal Reddy. So staying deep in the crease, and he has a quick 21 from 8. Punched it down the ground. The ball is nicely coming onto the bat. You could see that from the start of the game since morning. This pitch offers equal momentum for the bowlers and batters. Seems like the guest is about to join us. And maybe after this over, the game could be stopped. We just need to wait and see. It's 27 for none, 1 at the moment in 2.5 overs. Seems like we have received the guest Sri Gaddam Vamsi Krishna Garu, Member of Parliament, Palle. The official proceedings are on the way. The key persons of the tournament going to receive the valuable guest. Back-to-back boundaries from Vishal. This one towards deep extra cover, previously towards square leg. Runs on the onside, runs on the offside. There is another ball to spare. This is over number 4 in progress. Plays it with a stride bat with due respect onto the ball that is coming onto the stumps. A dot to finish. Fourth over completed and the dream score moves on to 35 for 1. After the fourth over, the score is 35 for 1. 8 runs from it. And soon we are going to have the valuable guest with us. We'll let you know. Quicker ball and he didn't turn much. He just used his power to generate the speed. Going deep into the crease onto the back foot, this one is a dot. But most importantly, it's nice punch.
Namaste. Kaka Venkataswamy Memorial Telangana Inter-District T20 League. This is the first edition. నిజంగానే చాలా అద్భుతమైనటువంటి ప్రారంభం అని చెప్పుకోవచ్చు. ముఖ్యంగా కాన్సెప్ట్ని మెచ్చుకొని తీరాలి. ఎందుకంటే తెలంగాణలో టాలెంట్కి కొదవలేదు. సో కాబట్టి అలాంటి ఆటగాళ్ళ యొక్క ప్రతిభని ఒక పెద్ద వేదిక మీద ఎగ్జిబిట్ చేసేటువంటి అవకాశాన్ని వాళ్ళకి కల్పించటం, అందులోనూ 104 మ్యాచెస్ అంటే లాంగ్ టోర్నమెంట్ అంత సునాయాసమైనటువంటిది కాదు. మామూలుగానే మనం చూస్తూ ఉంటాం, ఒక 3 days 4 days టోర్నమెంట్ కండక్ట్ చేయడానికి ఎంత ఇబ్బంది అవుతుంది అనేటువంటిది. అట్లాంటిది స్టార్టెడ్ ఎట్ 22nd December నుంచి 17th January విల్ బి ది ఫైనల్స్. సో ఇంత లాంగ్ రన్ కండక్ట్ చేయడం అనేటువంటిది ఒక కష్టసాధ్యమైనటువంటిది. అయితే ఈ రకంగా పల్లెల్లో ఉన్నటువంటి క్రీడాకారుల కోసం వాళ్ళకు ఒక మంచి వేదికని ఏర్పాటు చేయడం కూడా ఒక మంచి ఆలోచన. ఆల్రెడీ ఫస్ట్ ఫేజ్ ద రియల్లీ రెనోవేటెడ్ అండ్ వెరీ బ్యూటిఫుల్ రాజీవ్ గాంధీ ఇంటర్నేషనల్ క్రికెట్ స్టేడియంలో జరిగింది. అలాగనే ఎంతో చారిత్రాత్మకమైనటువంటి మ్యాచ్ల్ని నిర్వహించినటువంటి జింఖానా గ్రౌండ్స్లో జరిగింది. సో అలాంటి వేదికల మీద ఈ ఆటగాళ్ళు ఆడటం అనేటువంటిది దెయిర్ వన్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ లైఫ్ అచీవ్మెంట్. ఆ తర్వాత మిగిలినటువంటి జిల్లాల్లో కూడా వీటిని ఆడటం అంటే ఒక రకంగా ద రెప్లికా ఆఫ్ ఐపీఎల్ డెఫినెట్లీ యూ కెన్ సే. హోమ్ అండ్ అవే మ్యాచెస్ని కండక్ట్ చేయటం. అది కాకుండా మరొక ముఖ్యమైనటువంటి విషయం ఏంటంటే అన్ని మ్యాచ్లు కూడా టర్ఫ్ వికెట్ మీద నిర్వహించాలనేటువంటి తీసుకున్నటువంటి నిర్ణయం. ఈ రకంగా ప్రతిదీ కూడా చాలా ముఖ్యమైనటువంటి నిర్ణయాలు ఈ టోర్నమెంట్ గురించి మనం చెప్పుకోవాలంటే. అంతేకాకుండా డెఫినెట్గానే అఫ్ కోర్స్ ఇద్దరు ప్లేయర్లు హైదరాబాద్ నుంచి కూడా ఆడటం అనేటువంటిది ఈ రకంగా ఒక మంచి కాన్సెప్ట్తో తయారైనటువంటి టోర్నమెంట్ ఇది. శశి సార్ శశి వీళ్ళందరూ ఆల్రెడీ కూర్చుంటే గుడ్ ఆఫ్టర్నూన్ రామగుండం. వెల్కమ్ టు ఎన్టీపీసీ. గతంలో ఎన్నో చక్కటి మ్యాచ్లకు ఆతిథ్యం ఇచ్చినటువంటి వెన్యూ ఇది. ఈవెన్ శ్రీలంక ఏ టీం ఇక్కడికి వచ్చింది, 5 వన్డేలు ఆడింది. ఎన్టీపీసీ స్పాన్సర్ చేసింది ఆ టోర్నమెంట్ని. సో ఎన్టీపీసీ రైట్ ఫ్రమ్ డే 1 క్రికెట్ని ఎంకరేజ్ చేయడంలో ముందుంటూ ఉంటుంది. అలాగనే మరొకసారి ఈ వేదిక కాకా వెంకటస్వామి మెమోరియల్ తెలంగాణ ఇంటర్ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ T20కి వేదికైంది. ఈ రోజున చాలా అదృష్టం మనకి. సీనియర్ క్రికెటర్సే కాకుండా క్రికెట్ని అభిలాషించి ప్రేమించేటువంటి పెద్దలందరూ కూడా ఈ వేదిక మీద ఉండటం. దిస్ ఈస్ మై గ్రేట్ ఆనర్ టు ఇన్వైట్ అవర్ చీఫ్ గెస్ట్ ఆన్ టు ది డయాస్. ఫస్ట్లీ శ్రీ గడ్డం వంశీకృష్ణ గారు, మెంబర్ ఆఫ్ పార్లమెంట్ పెద్దపల్లి. శ్రీ సికే సమంత్, ఈడీ ఎన్టీపీసీ ఆర్ఎన్టీ. శ్రీ ముకుల్ రాయ్, జిఎం ఓఆర్ఎం తెలంగాణ. శ్రీ మనీష్ అగర్వాల్, జిఎం ఓఎండ్ఎం రామగుండం. శ్రీ బాబర్ సలీం పాషా, of course having so many profiles. All India INTUC Senior Secretary and NTPC INTUC Central Leader, Sri Vijay Kumar Sikandar, HOHR NTPC RNT, and Sri Vemula Krishna, General Secretary INTUC. Of course, it is my duty to invite Sri Agamarav Garu, the President Karimnagar District Cricket Association, and of course the chairman of this tournament. Once again, thank you all for your presence here for the presentation ceremony.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are very grateful and thankful to Kaka Venkataswamy sir, Honorable Minister of Telangana Government, and Vamshi sir, Honorable Member of Parliament of Peddapalli Constituency, for sponsoring the entire tournament. This entire tournament is courtesy Vishaka Industries, and both of them so passionate about cricket, and cricket should develop in districts is what both of them thought. And then just now Vamshi sir was telling me that why not Kaka tournament be part of every year calendar of SCA. Every year SCA should conduct Kaka tournament where they will sponsor it, and then every year inter-district tournament will be played like this as part of a regular SCA calendar. Really very good suggestion, sir. Definitely we will take it forward to SCA and then make it part of a SCA regular calendar. and it's a greatest opportunity for all the 600 players who have played in this entire tournament. Just imagine all the unified 10 districts, Hyderabad, Rangareddy, and all other 8 districts are traveling from nook and corner of entire Telangana and playing at various grounds. Now from here they go to Siddipet, from Siddipet they go to Warangal, from Warangal they go to Mahbub Nagar, from Mahbub Nagar they go to Sangareddy. All the 200 players who play at highest level at SCA are now playing in all these grounds. Very, very thankful for sponsoring, and especially NTPC for providing such a beautiful ground. At a very short notice, within 3-4 days, we could repair and then do this. And thankful to actually Karthik, our curator from SCA, who has actually done a wonderful job in 3 days to transform this ground into a playable ground. And especially I would like to thank 1 or 2 people here who are part of this Godavari Kani Ramagundam cricket fraternity. Shashi is right here, who is organizing this. And Sudesh is a fantastic sports lover and then cricket coach who has been there for Karimnagar KDCA for quite some time. And Kiran is also here. All these people actually are pillars of Godavari Kani and Ramagundam cricket fraternity. Thank you all for providing us support. And thank you, sir, for giving this opportunity to Karimnagar Cricket Association. Babar Pasha ji, forgot actually Babar Pasha ji is the one who said, कुछ भी है मैं तो हो जाएगा, and हो रहा sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your report. Really, this is a good concept because rural belt లో ఉన్నటువంటి అందరినీ ఒక వేది మీదకి తీసుకుని వచ్చి వాళ్ళ యొక్క టాలెంట్ ని ఎగ్జిబిట్ చేసేటువంటి విధంగా అవకాశాన్ని కల్పించడమే కాకుండా రియల్లీ ఇంప్రెస్డ్ వన్ ఈస్ ద టోర్నమెంట్ ఈస్ టోటల్లీ ప్లేయింగ్ ఆన్ ది టర్ఫ్ వికెట్, not a matting one, so that they will get the better opportunity to go for the higher level. This is a good concept. Once again, thank you very much for Raghamarao Garu and his team. Now may I request our Member of Parliament, Peddapalli, to say something about before that, may I request Sri Babar Basha to say something about this tournament.
Thank you very much. The respected Member of Parliament, Gaddam Vamshi Krishna Garu, మరి అదే విధంగా వేదికపై ఉన్నటువంటి క్రికెట్ అసోసియేషన్ కరీంనగర్ అండ్ ఫర్ దిస్ ఆర్గనైజర్స్ చైర్మన్ అమన్ రావు గారు, ఎగ్జిక్యూటివ్ డైరెక్టర్ ఆర్ఎన్టీ రామగుండం చందన్ కుమార్ సమంత గారు, మరి వేదికపై ఉన్నటువంటి పెద్దలందరూ, మరి వేదిక కింద ఉన్నటువంటి ఆర్గనైజర్స్, ప్రత్యేకంగా ఇక్కడ ఈ గ్రౌండ్ ప్రిపేర్ చేయడానికి కాకా వెంకటస్వామి గారి క్రికెట్ మెమోరియల్ టోర్నమెంట్ను మంచి స్థాయిలో కండక్ట్ చేసి ఇక్కడ క్రికెట్ ప్రియులకు ఎంకరేజ్మెంట్ చేయడానికి ప్రయత్నం చేసినటువంటి వాళ్ళ లోపల శశి గారు, మరి వాళ్ళతో ఉన్నటువంటి మిత్రులు వాళ్ళందరికీ కూడా ధన్యవాదాలు తెలియపరచుకుంటూ, ఇట్ ఈస్ ఎ గ్రేట్ ఆపర్చునిటీ అండ్ ప్రివిలేజ్ టు మీ టు సీ దిస్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ ఆర్గనైజేషన్ దట్ టు బి కాకా గారి పేరు మీద. ఎందుకంటే నాకు 52 సంవత్సరాల కాకా గారి యొక్క కుటుంబంతో నాకు సంబంధం ఉన్నది. 52 years, मतलब मैं 18 साल की उम्र से आज तक जो है एक ही फैमिली के साथ रहा हूँ. तो इट्स ग्रेट अपॉर्चुनिटी है मेरे लिए. तो मैं ज़्यादा समय ना लेते हुए हम जो మనము ఇక్కడ ఉన్న మన ఎంపీ గారిని వినాలని వచ్చాము. మరి కాకా వెంకటస్వామి గారి గురించి ఎంత చెప్పాలంటే తెల్లారుతుంది. టోర్నమెంట్లో వచ్చినటువంటి వాళ్ళకు కొద్దిగా మరి ఇబ్బందికరంగా ఉంటుంది అనేటువంటిది. బట్ ఒకటి చెప్తున్నాను, మన తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రంలోనే కాకుండా ఆంధ్ర రాష్ట్రం లోపల 7 పర్యాయాలు మెంబర్ ఆఫ్ పార్లమెంటు, 2 సార్లు యూనియన్ మినిస్టర్ క్యాబినెట్, ఇందిరాగాంధీ గారి యొక్క క్యాబినెట్లో మినిస్టర్ చేసినటువంటి ఘనత మన వెంకటస్వామి కాకా గారికి ఉన్నది. అంతేకాదు రాష్ట్రం లోపల ఆయన చైర్మన్ ఉన్నప్పుడు, రాష్ట్రంలో సివిల్ సప్లైస్ ఉన్నప్పుడు, నాగార్జున సాగర్ డ్యాంలో జరిగినటువంటి కుంభకోణాన్ని కూడా వెలికితీసి ఆయన వచ్చినటువంటి కార్యక్రమాలు ఉన్నాయి. ఎన్నో కార్యక్రమాలు ఉన్నాయి. బట్ ఇది రాజకీయ వేదిక కాదు. వారి కుమారులు మా డాక్టర్ వివేక్ గారు వారి స్ఫూర్తితో వారి కుటుంబము ఈ ముందుకు వచ్చేసి కార్యక్రమాలు చేస్తూ ఉన్నది. ఎన్నో సేవలు చేస్తూ ఉన్నాయి ఈ ప్రాంతం లోపల. ప్రతి స్కూళ్లకు టేబుళ్ళు, కుర్చీలు, ఎన్నో రకాలుగా ఎవరు ఏ ఇబ్బంది వచ్చినా కాదు అనకుండా చేసేటువంటి రాజకీయ కుటుంబం ఏదైనా ఈరోజు దినంలో తెలంగాణలో ఉన్నదంటే నేను ఘంటాపదముగా చెప్పగలను, అది కాకా వెంకటస్వామి గారి యొక్క కుటుంబం అని చెప్తూ, మరి నాకు ఈ అవకాశం ఇచ్చినటువంటి మిత్రులు వాట్ ఇస్ యువర్ నేమ్, చంద్రశేఖర్ జీ, థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Thank you very much, sir, for the sharing your words. Now may I request Shri C.K. Santan Kumar Garu, Executive Director, NTPC R&T. Sir, please share your experience about this tournament. We welcome you, sir, onto the dais.
Thank you, Chandrasekhar Garu. Respected Honorable Member of Parliament, Sri Bamsi Krishnaji, President, Cricket Association, Karim Nagar, Babar Salim Pasa Garu, NBC member, General Manager O&M Telangana, General Manager O&M Ramagundam, and all dignitaries, and all my beloved players and ladies and gentlemen. I am very happy to receive our Honorable Member of Parliament here in this NTPC Stadium and have a nice, wonderful cricket match here with the 10 teams of Telangana by the whole district of Telangana, as I came to know, 10 district team. And morning, sir, I have seen the game. There's a, very standard game they have played. And wonderful fielding I have seen by Adilabad and Nalgonda team. And they have taken 4 catches I have seen. That's what we are discussing in the morning. This is wonderful catches they have taken. And in the state standard catches, particularly here in the boundary level, I have seen one catch that the player has ran to this place and taken such a long catch. That is really worth seeing. And I really thank for organizing this Venkataswamy cricket tournament here in NTPC Ramagundam, and in future also we love to organize such kind of sports event here also. And thank you, sir. Thank you for coming here and organizing this very good match. Thank you everyone.
Thank you very much, sir. Really, that one sentence explains how you are passionate about the cricket. Yes, in the morning match, the one fielder running from the extra covers to the deep point and taking a beautiful catch. Your observation is really appreciated. Once again, thank you very much, sir. Now, I request Mr. Sudesh, the senior player from Ramagundam, who is training the junior players. He will speak about his experiences and about this tournament.
Good afternoon, Wonderla, respected guest on the dais, Sri MP Garu, and ED Sab and GM Sabs, our President Agamara Sir, Pasha Garu, and Sigdar Sir, all VIPs on the dais. I am very happy to part of the NTPC family here. Since 35 years, I am observing lot of cricket here. Sri Lanka B team visited here, and almost to Karnataka, other states also visited. Still the wicket is maintaining, and NTPC always encourages each and everyone. On this occasion, I request our MP Garu, sir, how you are conducting this Venkataswamy Memorial Cricket Tournament. I will take initiative in future. You can conduct in the school cricket also. For high school level, championship you can conduct, sir. On this dais onwards, it will be highlighting. Definitely children are very eager to play. And this is a great honor to me to stand before you and appreciate you. Thank you one and all, sir. Good afternoon once again. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Sudesh. Of course, Sudesh is being my one of the best friend. Now, of course, this is the time to invite our chief guest on the occasion, Sri Gaddam Vamsi Krishna Garu, Member of Parliament, Palle. Everybody definitely will wait because let it be Bahubali or Tribula or whatever is, everybody will wait for the conclusion and the climax. Now, I request our MP to speak.
Thank you so much, Chandrasekhar Garu. First of all, really amazing skills you have of speech. I'm really happy. నిన్న కూడా చెప్దాం అనుకున్నా, నేను మిస్ అయినా కానీ వెరీ హ్యాపీ టు హ్యావ్ అ oratory skill like you. So congratulations for you. So members on the dais, ED Garu, Agamrao Garu, Babar Garu, GMs and all the guests on the dais. Very happy to be part of the Kaka Cup. I was suggesting Agamrao గారికి చెప్తుండే నేను ఇయర్లీ కాకా కప్ అని చెప్పి స్టార్ట్ చేస్తే బాగుంటుంది. ఈ సీజన్ 1 సీజన్ 2 లెక్క ఎట్లయితే చేస్తున్నారో నిజంగా లాస్ట్ కపుల్ ఆఫ్ మ్యాచెస్ నేను చూస్తున్నాను, హైలైట్ క్లిప్స్ కూడా చూస్తున్నాను, నేను రెగ్యులర్గా చూస్తుంటా. ద క్వాలిటీ ఆఫ్ గేమ్ ఇస్ సింప్లీ సూపర్. యాక్చువల్లీ రియల్లీ అప్రిషియేట్ ద చిల్డ్రన్. ఆల్ ఆఫ్ యూ ఆర్ రియల్లీ టాలెంటెడ్. అండ్ వివేక్ గారి డ్రీమ్ యాక్చువల్లీ ఇంటర్ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ గేమ్ నడిపించాలని చెప్పి వారికి ఎప్పటి నుంచో ఉండే. లాస్ట్ ఐ థింక్ 5-6 ఇయర్స్ నుంచి కంటిన్యూస్లీ నేనైతే వింటూ వస్తున్నాను, ఇంటర్ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ ఒక టోర్నమెంట్ చేయాలి. చాలామంది యువకులు ఉన్నారు, డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ లెవెల్ యూత్ ఆర్ దేర్, వాళ్ళని తీసుకొచ్చి వాళ్ళతోటి మంచిగా ఆడిపిస్తే మన స్టేట్కి మళ్ళీ మన కంట్రీకి కూడా ఆడే భవిష్యత్తు ఉంటుంది వాళ్ళకి అని చెప్పి వాళ్ళని ఎంకరేజ్ చేయాలని చెప్పి ఒక చక్కని టోర్నమెంట్ చేద్దామని చెప్పి వారికి ఎప్పటి నుంచో ఉండే. ఐఎమ్ వెరీ హ్యాపీ దట్ ఇంత బ్రహ్మాండమైన రియాలిటీకి మారింది. అండ్ స్పెషల్ థ్యాంక్స్ టు ఆగమరావు గారు ఫర్ మేకింగ్ దిస్ వెరీ ప్రొఫెషనల్. అసలు చూస్తే నిజంగా ఐపీఎల్ లెవెల్లో ఇంటర్ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ టోర్నమెంట్స్ ఆడుతున్నట్టు అనిపిస్తుంది. అండ్ క్వాలిటీ ఆఫ్ గేమ్ కూడా ఇప్పుడే మేము బ్యాట్స్మెన్ కొడితే అక్కడ ఫీల్డింగ్ కూడా చాలా బాగుండే చూడడానికి. అండ్ డెఫినెట్లీ మా వంతు డెఫినెట్గా క్రికెట్ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ వ్యూ పిల్లలకి మేము ఎంకరేజ్ చేస్తుంటాము. మీ అందరికి తెలుసు, గతంలో ఉప్పల్ స్టేడియం కట్టేటప్పుడు కూడా కాకా వెంకటస్వామి గారు వివేక్ గారికి ఈ స్టేడియంకి మీరు సహకరిస్తే బాగుంటుందని చెప్పి అప్పుడు ఒత్తిడి పెడితే సిఏ అప్పుడు ఉప్పల్ స్టేడియం కన్స్ట్రక్షన్ అప్పుడు కూడా సీడ్ అమౌంట్ ఇచ్చి ఆ స్టేడియం కట్టడం జరిగింది. తర్వాత అనేక క్రికెట్ మ్యాచెస్ షాట్, దట్స్ 6 beautiful 6, very nice shot by the batsman. I'll also learn some commentary skills from Chandrasekhar garu soon. But very nice to be here, and thank you to NTPC for organizing the ground. Brother మీ పేరు కార్తిక్, congrats to Karthik and Shashi and the whole NTPC team for నాకు వీడియోలు పంపిస్తుండే గ్రౌండ్ ఇట్లా ఉంది అని. సో గుడ్, వెరీ ఫాస్ట్ కన్వర్షన్ టు మేకింగ్ ఇట్ అ రియాలిటీ. సో కంగ్రాట్స్ టు ఎవ్రీబడి. అండ్ క్రికెట్ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ వ్యూ, ఎనీ స్పోర్ట్స్ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ వ్యూ మా తరఫున మేము డెఫినెట్గా పిల్లలకు మేము సహకారంగా ఉంటాము. మీ ఐడియా మేము వీ విల్ స్టడీ యువర్ ఐడియా సురేష్ గారు. బట్ థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్ ఎవ్రీబడి. జై హింద్.
Thank you very much, sir. Vamsi Garu, for your valuable inputs. And even actually, I am proud to announce that Venkataswamy Garu, more than 75,000 houses given to the poor. That's why all the Telangana people affectionately call him Kaka. Why he is being called Kaka means that is the main reason. Once again, my hearty congratulations to Vivek Garu for having this tournament. Thank you very much, sir. Now, of course, everybody is waiting for that, the presentation ceremony. First of all, may I request some of the persons who worked really hard behind the curtain, unless their support, this tournament would have been this much success. So firstly, I would like to call Shashi onto the dais, receive his memento from the dignitaries on the dais. May I call Mr. Vamsi Garu, the Member of Parliament, other dignitaries on the dais to receive his memento. Now may I request Mr. Kiran, one of the senior player from Telangana, who really helped a lot to train the youngsters from Karimnagar district. The Kiran, one of my best friend from last 25 years. And now it is my pleasure to call Sudesh to call upon and onto the dais and receive his memento. And of course, the special person who really worked hard to make this ground ready in within no time, Mr. Karthik, the curator from Hyderabad, the Cricket Association. Please come and receive your memento. Good work, Karthik.
Well done, Karthik.
May I request Sri Samant Garu to receive his memento from our MP, Executive Director, NTPC, RNT. And now, may I request Sri Baba Pasha Garu receive his memento. Thank you very much, sir. And of course, this is the time for the man of the match, the morning match. This is Sivudu, who really bowled well, and particularly the penultimate over. Please come and receive your memento. Yeah. Generally in this tournament, the venue is shifted, but now even the presentation arena is also shifted from the dais to the presentation podium. So now may I request Shivudu to come forward and receive your player of the match memento, who bowled really well. That's not easy to bowl the penultimate over, but he bowled well and given the cushion to his partner Chishan to bowl the last over. But he plays regular league cricket at Hyderabad.
Corporates every weekend. మనం కూడా ఒక మ్యాచ్ ఆడదాం అన్న.
Good all-rounder, left-handed batsman and left-arm spinner. Sivudu, please share your experience and your feelings about this tournament.
థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్, ఈ ఆపర్చునిటీ ఇచ్చినందుకు. ఈ టోర్నమెంట్ వల్ల మా డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ ప్లేయర్స్కి చాలా ఆపర్చునిటీస్ దొరుకుతుంది. సో ఇలానే కంటిన్యూ చేయాలని కోరుకుంటున్నాను.
Once again, congratulations and best of luck to your future.
చంద్రశేఖర్ గారికి ఫర్ మాస్టర్ ఆఫ్ సెరమనీస్ వారు కూడా మీరు కూడా ఒక మొమెంటో తీసుకోండి.
Chandrasekhar sir is not only cricketer, BCCI scorer, Blind Cricket Association, sports analyst, great umpire, all time. Good.
Once again, thank you very much for all the dignitaries on the dais who made this occasion very successful. That's all from the presentation ceremony.
Welcome back after a break. You know the reason why we have taken that gap, as we have seen the officials, the Honorable MP of Peddapalli, including other guests, and the presentation was taken over successfully by our senior expertised commentator, umpire, and analyst, Mr. Chandrasekhar. And now, getting back to the insights of the game, we could see Khammam batting. They're on 90 for 3 in 11.2, 91 for 3. Rizwan just now came in after the dismissal of Vishal Yadav, gone for a well made 33 of 24. Leg before appeal by Takshil, where Takshil has found his second wicket, being well economical. 2 overs, 2 for 8. Mohammad Arshad also doing the right thing, throwing the ball at the needed areas. Rizwan has got some good collection of runs in the previous 3 games. And this quicker. Seems like he has come up with a straight ball. And Bunny at the other end playing runner ball. Top of the runs by Harshil Reddy, 45 from 34. A good innings has come to an end. He could have scored his 50. Vishal Yadav made 33 of 24. Seems to be a fine choice to take on batting first on a pitch like this. But runs have dried up at the moment. With just 3 runs of it, on the whole, the team score is 91 for 3. With a dot after the 12th over, the score is on 91 for 3 by Khammam. They won the toss, decided to bat first. And last few minutes, if you could see, it's a valuable moments in the tournament where one of the crucial guests has come, joining the other guests, the Honorable Member of Parliament from Peddapalli along with the other guests, and we thank Mr. Chandrasekhar, the senior commentator, analyst, a glorious umpire, serving cricket from the past 30 years, has taken a tremendous initiative of making the interaction with the guests. Mohammad Arshad doing well. Probably he's into his final over. Has been wicketless, but he deserves one. And now Takshil also performing better. Has taken a couple of wickets, 2.3, 2 for 11. Quicker ball in time. And we could see the backward point fielder getting in.
Coming to the second half or second match of the day, Khammam doing a bit slow. They are not getting the runs as they are expecting.
But if you could observe, for the second wicket, almost 68 runs have been added between Harshil and Vishal.
It's good thing that partnership meantime quick single, just a fumble at the deep point region, capturing that completed second run successfully.
Shomik Kapoor, the new man in. And this right arm off break bowler has taken 157 wickets in 193 matches.
Shaumak is one of the senior and experienced cricketer from Telangana. He plays regular cricket at Hyderabad. Is playing for Enscons for a 3-day, and of course it is in a 2-day game. So he is a very talented cricketer.
And with that boundary towards mid wicket, the score moves on to 102, 100 up. With that boundary, the score moves on to 102 for 3 in 13.3 overs.
Sir, చెప్పండి.
102 for the loss of 3. So under this broad sunlight, seems like the players will have enough drinks. Describing the context of the tournament, this is Kaka Venkataswamy Memorial Telangana Inter-District T20 League in Phase 2. Another successful day with Match 2, where Khammam won the toss, decided to bat against Karim Nagar. The two visiting sides are taking on for the first time. In the morning, we had a close encounter where Hyderabad was defeated by 15 runs against Nalgonda. So this pitch of NTPC Godavari Kani has got lots of memories and records. As Chandrasekhar said before, where the international players from the subcontinent and also from Sri Lanka have played here. A unique opportunity for the Telugu cricketers to prove their worth. (102 for 3 in 13.3). It's Shaumik Kapoor bowling to Bunny. Bunny is another performer with the bat with an efficiency of strike rate of above 100. Dancing shoes on, and he moves on to the front foot where the fielder just becomes a spectator, watching the ball sailing over the line for a maximum. So that's glorious to watch, and that cracking noise is a beautiful treat to watch towards the long off region. What a timing. He has taken on this bowler Shaumik Kapoor, being hammered for a 4 initially, then a 6. It's an indication from Khammam that they have got so much batting in the middle order. They have proved themselves yesterday, putting up 153 on the board, and they won the match, restricting the mighty Mehboob Nagar, winning the match by DLS. So they have won it by 9 runs, I guess.
With that 6, the ball gone to the park. So umpires have to change the ball. It's a big one. For sure, this will be a big 6 at any venue. Comparing to other venues, this NTPC ground having a shorter boundary, but still this is a bigger one. Shaumik Kapoor bowling round the stumps.
Chance of a yes and no. Finally, the batsman may not survive. That could have been a confident call initially, but lack of communication between the two has made this wicket to fall. A run-out disaster is on Initially, Bunny was hitting the ball so well, but this time, Mohammad Rizwan called up for the single. That was a late reaction between the two, and they have lost.
It's most unfortunate. Generally, in cricket, we say run out means it is a suicidal out. So when things are going in proper way, look at that. Just short. He forgotten to follow the basics. If he dragged the bat in time, maybe touch and go call. So definitely Benford out will go to the batsman favor. So those are all the basics when you are playing a game at a bigger stage.
Yes, rather than the legs, he could have grounded the bat in time so that the movement could have been bit faster. With that, new batsman has been called up, SM Tanuj. Tanuj is new to the game, maybe new in the stats. 6 matches, 145 runs. As the fielder fastens himself to run inside the 30-yard circle on the onside.
Good.
With this, over number 14 has been completed with 12 runs. In fact, 13 runs came off it and a wicket. The score moves on to 109 for 4. After 14 overs, the score moves on to 109 for 4. 109 for 4 in 14 overs.
The previous over, they lost their wicket in form of run out when the partnership is building up. The Khammam now need to do lot of work.
There was a bit of time, the ball in the air. Somehow the batsman manages to get single for that. Bunny moves on to 21 from 14, striking with 150 plus. Takshil has been called up to bowl his last over. 3.12 for 14. Works it down well and a great stop. Eminent stop, that is.
Brilliant fielding work with one-handed. He stopped the ball, saving runs to his side. A good gap up, back up by his fielders to the bowler. Sandeep and Anvesh are the umpires for today's match. Meantime,
It might go all
a
the way.
time would let cut. But nicely fielded, saving one run to his side.
That's a tremendous save. Initially, it traveled like a single, but as the fielder took more time to bend on, there was a chance for more runs for that good timed shot.
Akhil and Imam Sharif are the official scorers for this tournament. And of course, Mujakir, one of the official scorer from Hyderabad, the Cricket Association, doing a special job here in this tournament. He is the tournament coordinator. All the officials from HCA are doing a tremendous job.
Looking to put much power on the shot, but how much power they could generate, There comes the fielder in contact.
But here, if you look at that fielding positions, even the deep mid wicket and the square leg fielders are outside the circle. So if you just push it, tap it to the mid wicket or square leg reason, you will get 2 runs easily. So when runs are not coming in boundaries or sixers, you have to plan in such a way.
Yes. So before discussing more on that, the team score is 115 for 4 after 15 overs. Khammam batting on 115 for 4 in 15 overs. 115 for 4 in 15 overs. 5 overs remain.
So 5 overs, Khammam definitely have to score as much as they can, because at present the score on the board is not encouraging them, not in their favor. So to get a challenge total, they have to capitalize these 5 overs.
They need to score close to 9 and 10. And as the pitch behaves well for the team batting first, it's important for Khammam to get above 150, which is not a difficult task. If they do score 7 and over, they can get 150, 155.
From now on, they have to calculate that if they get a boundary in that over, it's okay. Otherwise, at least rotate the strike and take 6 singles. Anyway, you will get a loose delivery. Then you could go for big. Nice stop in his follow through.
That was powerfully driven by Tanuj. He's eagerly waiting to score the big runs, but the 5 balls he faced made only 3 runs. Satvik has been brought up into his second spell, 2.21 for 18.
Once again, leaving the crease and wanted to drive it. Nice stop in the follow through. Only 1 run.
Satvik does well. For those hammerings down the ground, he gets his hand. Previously, he conceded no run, and now a tough single as the non-striker is quick. In the air, that
Nicely
must
pulled
be
away, but lot of time to the fielder to come under the ball and nicely taken. Another wicket fallen.
and that too the wicket of a set batsman Bunny, who is just now taking on the risk, scoring with 150 strike rate, will be back to the dugout. He lifted that in the air, but he didn't get the elevation what he has expected. So the ball has travelled just outside the 30-yard circle. That's a great take by Raju at the mid-wicket region. A well-made 25, 1-4, 1-6er strike rate of 140. Now he will be back to the dugout. Khammam are losing wickets when there are some good starts. It has happened third time where Harshil made 45, he got out, then 33 by Vishal, now 25 by Bunny. So good starts, healthy starts are not being converted. Here comes the previous game man of the match, Shivanagendra Naidu has got a well-made 32 of 17. He came in the situation like this to bat on.
Definitely, he has to continue the same innings at NTPC also. Straight away off the mark. He's the last man of the match. He certainly gives him a confidence.
Satvik has striken the second time in this innings, offering just 20 runs in 17 balls. He has taken 2 wickets. Shivanagendra got off the mark on the first ball, stealing a single towards point. Then this one, another single stolen to finish the 16th over. With this, the score moves on to 119 for 5. After 16 overs, Khammam are on 119 for 5. 119 for the loss of 5 wickets.
क्या है तू शरीफ ही है तू शरीफ है शरीफ है Imam Sharif and Akram are official scorers, but I don't know really he is Sharif or not, but name is Sharif.
Still 4 overs remaining. Takshil has finished his spell, 4 overs 2 for 19. Now Sai Kiran has been called up into his second spell. A bit expensive in his first, offering 9 runs and over. He's bowling to Tanuj. Slowness created, and also the batsman was aware of that. He believes in bowling stump to stump Sai Kiran. Also 4 runs and a wicket in the previous over. That was well made by Satvik. Totally it's 2 for 21 in his 3 overs. Smashed hard. Can only be a single for this kind of good shot. Through towards the keeper, we rarely see that.
It's really great to watch Pawan this tournament. They are all looking like a professional cricketers. At any point of time, we didn't get a doubt, are they really from the rural area?
Absolutely. There is no hesitation to say that they are professional cricketers.
Thanks to tennis ball cricket.
Seems like the players learned a lot from tennis ball game.
Yeah, even that's the reason even the professionals, senior cricketers also keep playing tennis ball cricket, because with the tennis ball you will get the variations of the bounce, so batsmen can understand when to go to the back foot or to the front foot. So really the tennis ball helps every cricketer.
Yeah, mainly batsmen make the most of that. In the meantime, there is a probability of the second, and the batsman will go for that. Tanush moves on to 9 from 10. The placement has been good towards deep point.
One good thing that the batters are always on their toes to take the second, to convert the second in the 1 into 2.
This one is a bit hard to take on the single, so that will end the over number 17. With score is 125 for 5. After the 17th over, Khammam 125 for 5. 125 in 17 overs, 3 overs remaining.
At least now the 150 is looking sure. 3 overs, 25 runs, not that big task to score. So 150 will be a psychological edge to the bowling side. To reach that, these 3 overs will be very, very crucial. How Khammam will negotiate that?
But now, under the lights of the pacers and spinners, it is becoming difficult. The run rate has got a bit drop. It came to 7.3. Mohammad Arshad into his final over. Run a ball. He has offered 19 balls, 19 runs in search of his first wicket. This spinner. An appeal is on, but umpire simply stretches his hands, calling as a wide.
This is the beauty of the game. Definitely, to put in the confusion to the umpires, keepers will play this kind of a trick.
Absolutely.
So they appeal for that, but a professional umpire never fall in that kind of trap.
Keeper's trap?
Yeah, of course. The keeper always try to trap you, misguide you.
But finally, experience stands on the top. The previous one is an example for that. Pushed for one will only be a single. The good thing about Karim Nagar is that as the game progresses on, they have got hold of the run rate, taking wickets at regular intervals.
This is other side of the game. Generally, slag overs, runs are forced to come, but here definitely the boundaries are dried up. The sixers, of course, you please forget. Even singles are not coming at their wish.
This one is too good to watch on, but the fielder will obstruct the ball. Most importantly, it's only a single. And the long on fielder doesn't make a mistake. 17.4, 130. That was a crunchy part of the bat that is gone. Now find the boundary line. Super placement. That's a much needed boundary. After a span of almost 3 overs, the batsman has got into a greater position and hitting the ball towards the cow corner. Spectacular to watch on, especially the batsman like Tanuj has got the tendency of hitting the shots. He's unable to find too many gaps, but now he got one. If they put the target of 150, they need to make 16 from 13. This is going to be a sharp single misfield that will surely cause a second run. They might think of the third as well. They might, and they will take on an ordinary shoot. With 3 runs coming off the last ball, the score moves on to 137 for the loss of 5 wickets. An expensive over this one, where 12 runs came off it. 7 runs of the last 2. With 2 overs remaining, the score moves on to 137 for 5. 12 runs have come from the previous over. 137 for 5 in 18 overs. Every possibility to get above 150.
Because of that 17th over, now the hopes for Khammam has really brightened. Definitely they have a chance to reach 150 mark on the board.
Certainly, and they might be targeting 10 and over, so they would love to make 155, 160. But as you said, 150 will be for sure. An experimental thing from the batsman that is going to be in favor. Played nicely, and this is due to the impact of international T20s these days. We could see the batsman getting into unusual positions and footwork. Has got 4 runs on the very first ball. Tanuj has got 7 runs of the last 2 balls in the previous over, now 4. So 11 from 3 he scored. Sai Kiran has been called up and he has offered a boundary towards backward square leg. So this is great piece of cricket, especially by Tanuj. 141 for 5, 11 balls remaining, so 150 is for sure. So they might be targeting 155. Tries the same, but the ball finds the fielder inside the circle. There is a man standing at short fine leg.
Dinesh Karthik, the former Indian wicketkeeper and batsman, now turned commentator and mentor. He played here at this venue for the trophy. He plays like in the penultimate over almost a similar shot, the previous one. Just it's not a flick or glance, a mixed one towards short fine.
And as you told about Dinesh Karthik, the one of the main things that comes to our minds is that his good knock against Bangladesh in a T20 game where India needed 34 of 12, but he made a successful victory for us.
Yeah, definitely. With that innings, brought Dinesh Karthik into the discussion by everyone. Before that, of course, he played so many matches for the country, but one particular innings, see how the fine knock by Tilak Verma against Pakistan in Asia Cup, but that heroic knock, Tilak Verma now somewhere else. So always that kind of one winning knock will take you to the next level.
Yes. So discussing more about that, now we have another boundary. This is fantastic, great timing of it. It's Tanuj again getting into the act, hitting his third boundary at third man region. But this time he changed the way he has batted, changing completely his standing, his direction, and gets the desired result. He saw there is no fielder at third man and has squeezed successful four on that. In the air, a single-handed attempt that must be taken, and that is gone. An important wicket at this point of the game. SM Tanuj is got to the bowler Sai Kiran, and he finishes his spell with a wicket, 4 overs, 1 for 34, and the team score is 19 overs, 147 for 5. For 6. 147 for 6. With that wicket, Khammam around 147 for the loss of 6 wickets. 6 balls remaining. The score is 147 for 6.
If you
Chandrasekhar, you have been talking about, the important contacts of the Indian side previously.
Yeah, one particular knock will take you to the next level, and you will from then you will start getting the fan base, like you mentioned Dinesh Karthik knock at Colombo, and even the Tilak Verma's knock. Of course, don't forget so many hot touching knocks by Virat Kohli, particularly against ICC events, against Pakistan.
Yes. Here we could see Satvik bowling his last over. The first ball run towards mid-on, played by Shivanagendra Naidu, that brings the new man on strike. Yes, Vamsi, 152 matches, 3,400 runs, strike rate of close to 120, has got 5 balls to play and execute his perfect runs. Looking for the big shot, didn't get the timing right. There the fielder cuts it off. Not a bad start, 2 runs, 2 singles, both of them towards the mid-on region.
Yeah, if they get another 11 runs, 168 runs per over required rate, will be interested.
And they have got 4 balls remaining. The score is 149. As you said, 150 will come up with this. There was a lot more pace generated by Satvik. Even the wicketkeeper has felt some difficulty in stopping, so the run will count. Need
It's
to
not
check.
that easy, but it is a put down.
It was a hard attempt for the wicketkeeper. With that, Vamsi has been off the mark. With this 19.3 overs bowled, the score moved on to 150. So with that, 150 came up and 2 balls remaining in this innings for Khammam. 150 for 6 in 19.4.
Last 2 balls remaining in this innings. Elected to bat Khammam. Just 150 managed on the board. Only 2 balls remaining.
Satvik going great, being economical in his second spell. Looking for the reverse sweep, and the keeper has got the catch, but umpire will take his time. The fielders are asking, initiated by the keeper with a good catch.
The umpire Sandeep was very confident before it got into the keeper's glove. Gone 1 bounce. So that confident appeal also neglected. Just a single in the last ball, of course, going for second. So finally they managed 152 on the board after elected to bat. 153 will be the target. 153 is the final score, and 154 is the target for Karim Nagar.
With that, Palle finishes on 153 for the loss of 6 wickets. Almost a similar score they made against Nagar yesterday. Now it's 153 for 6 against Karim Nagar. The quick over runs, we have got the opener and number 3 batsman Harshil Reddy making 45, Vishal Yadav getting 33 and Bunny 25, SM Tanuj 26. The total of the wickets, 2 bowlers have got 2 wickets each. Takshil the skipper 4 overs 2 for 90, Satvik 4 overs 2 for 26, 1 wicket for Sai Kiran 4 overs 1 for 34. Shaumi Kapoor hasn't got a wicket, bowled an over and offered 13 runs. Srikanth Reddy bowled 3 overs offering 25, and Mohammad Arshad 4 overs completed, 30 runs given. A healthy partnership during the second wicket and 68 runs. So we request the 2 teams to be ready for the second half of this game. We don't want the back line to stop the play. That's why we request
ఎదగాలని, క్రీడలు అభివృద్ధి చెందాలని కలలు కన్న మంచి మనసున్న మనిషి. ఆయన ఆత్మీయ సేవలకు గుర్తుగా ఈ రోజు మనం ఒక చోట చేరి కాకా వెంకటస్వామి మెమోరియల్ తెలంగాణ ఇంటర్ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ T20 లీగ్ 2025 కాకా మెమోరియల్ క్రికెట్ టోర్నమెంట్ కప్ ని ప్రారంభిస్తున్నాం. ఈ డిసెంబర్ 22 ఉదయం 11 గంటలకు మన MDCA క్రికెట్ గ్రౌండ్ మహబూబ్ నగర్ లో ఈ గొప్ప వేడుక ప్రారంభం కానుంది. అక్కడి నుండి వరుసగా 29 నుండి 31 డిసెంబర్ 2025 హైదరాబాద్ లో, 2-3 జనవరి 2026 కరీంనగర్ లో, 4-5 జనవరి 2026 NTPC గోదావరి ఖనిలో, 6-7 జనవరి 2026 సిద్దిపేటలో, 8-9-10 జనవరి 2026 వరంగల్లో, 11-12 జనవరి 2026 మహబూబ్ నగర్ లో, 15 జనవరి 2026 సంగారెడ్డిలో, సెమీఫైనల్స్ 16 జనవరి 2026 హైదరాబాద్ లో, ఫైనల్ 17 జనవరి 2026 హైదరాబాద్ లో జరగనున్నాయి. ఈ T20 లీగ్ లో మొత్తం 29 జట్లు, 55 మ్యాచ్లు ఫేజ్ 1, 10 జట్లు, 49 మ్యాచ్లు ఫేజ్ 2. 2 ఫేజుల్లో కలిపి మొత్తం 104 మ్యాచ్లు తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రం మొత్తం మీద ఉన్న వివిధ మైదానాల్లో జరుగుతున్నాయి. టోర్నమెంట్ 22 డిసెంబర్ నుండి 17 జనవరి వరకు జరుగుతుంది. సుమారు 600 మంది ఆటగాళ్లు పోటీ పడుతున్నారు. హైదరాబాద్ క్రికెట్ అసోసియేషన్ ఆధ్వర్యంలో జరుగుతున్న కాకా వెంకటస్వామి మెమోరియల్ తెలంగాణ ఇంటర్ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ T20 లీగ్. కాకా గారు ఎప్పుడూ చెప్పేవారు, యువతకు అవకాశమిస్తే వారు భవిష్యత్తుకు మార్గం చూపుతారు. ఈ టోర్నమెంట్ ఆ మాటకు నిదర్శనం. రండి, మన యువతను ప్రోత్సహిద్దాం, మన కాకా గారిని స్మరించుకుందాం, ఈ టోర్నమెంట్ ను ఘన విజయం చేద్దాం. స్పాన్సర్డ్ బై విశాఖ, వీనెక్స్ట్, ఆటమ్ సోలార్, వండర్యాన్. హైదరాబాద్ క్రికెట్ అసోసియేషన్ ఆధ్వర్యంలో జరుగుతున్న కాకా వెంకటస్వామి మెమోరియల్ తెలంగాణ ఇంటర్ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ T20 లీగ్ మొత్తం 29 జట్లు 55 మ్యాచ్లు ఫేజ్ 1, 10 జట్లు 49 మ్యాచ్లు ఫేజ్ 2, 2 ఫేజుల్లో కలిపి మొత్తం 104 మ్యాచ్లు తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రం మొత్తం మీద ఉన్న వివిధ మైదానాల్లో జరుగుతున్నాయి. టోర్నమెంట్ 22 డిసెంబర్ నుండి 17 జనవరి వరకు జరుగుతుంది. సుమారు 600 మంది ఆటగాళ్లు పోటీ పడుతున్నారు. హైదరాబాద్ క్రికెట్ అసోసియేషన్ ఆధ్వర్యంలో జరుగుతున్న కాకా వెంకటస్వామి మెమోరియల్ తెలంగాణ ఇంటర్ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ T20 లీగ్ హైదరాబాద్ క్రికెట్ అసోసియేషన్ ఆధ్వర్యంలో జరుగుతున్న కాకా వెంకటస్వామి మెమోరియల్ తెలంగాణ ఇంటర్ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ T20 లీగ్ ఈ T20 లీగ్ లో మొత్తం 29 జట్లు 55 మ్యాచ్లు ఫేజ్ 1, 10 జట్లు 49 మ్యాచ్లు ఫేజ్ 2, 2 ఫేజుల్లో కలిపి మొత్తం 104 మ్యాచ్లు తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రం మొత్తం మీద ఉన్న వివిధ మైదానాల్లో జరుగుతున్నాయి. టోర్నమెంట్ 22 డిసెంబర్ నుండి 17 జనవరి వరకు జరుగుతుంది. సుమారు 600 మంది ఆటగాళ్లు పోటీ పడుతున్నారు. హైదరాబాద్ క్రికెట్ అసోసియేషన్ ఆధ్వర్యంలో జరుగుతున్న కాకా వెంకటస్వామి మెమోరియల్ తెలంగాణ ఇంటర్ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ T20 లీగ్ ఒక గొప్ప వ్యక్తిని, కార్మిక నాయకుణ్ణి స్మరించుకుంటూ మన మహబూబ్ నగర్ నేలపైన తెలంగాణ యువతను ఒకే వేదికపైకి తీసుకొచ్చి ఒక అద్భుతమైన తెలంగాణ క్రికెట్ జాతర ప్రారంభించబోతున్నాం. కాకా గడ్డం వెంకటస్వామి గారు తెలంగాణ ప్రజల కోసం తన జీవితాన్ని అంకితం చేసిన నాయకుడు, కార్మికుల కోసం పోరాడిన యోధుడు, సమాజానికి దిశ చూపించిన దార్శనికుడు. అంతేకాదు, యువత ఎదగాలని, క్రీడలు అభివృద్ధి చెందాలని కలలు కన్న మంచి మనసున్న మనిషి. ఆయన ఆత్మీయ సేవలకు గుర్తుగా ఈ రోజు మనం ఒకచోట చేరి కాకా వెంకటస్వామి మెమోరియల్ తెలంగాణ ఇంటర్ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ T20 లీగ్ 2025 కాకా మెమోరియల్ క్రికెట్ టోర్నమెంట్ కప్ ని ప్రారంభిస్తున్నాం. ఈ డిసెంబర్ 22 ఉదయం 11 గంటలకు మన MDCA క్రికెట్ గ్రౌండ్ మహబూబ్ నగర్ లో ఈ గొప్ప వేడుక ప్రారంభం కానుంది. అక్కడి నుండి వరుసగా 29 నుండి 31 డిసెంబర్ 2025 హైదరాబాద్ లో, 2, 3 జనవరి 2026 కరీంనగర్ లో, 4, 5 జనవరి 2026 NTPC గోదావరి ఖనిలో, 6, 7 జనవరి 2026 సిద్దిపేటలో, 8, 9, 10 జనవరి 2026 వరంగల్లో, 11, 12 జనవరి 2026 మహబూబ్ నగర్ లో, 15 జనవరి 2026 సంగారెడ్డిలో, సెమీఫైనల్స్ 16 జనవరి 2026 హైదరాబాద్ లో, ఫైనల్ 17 జనవరి 2026 హైదరాబాద్ లో జరగనున్నాయి. ఈ T20 లీగ్ లో మొత్తం 29 జట్లు 55 మ్యాచ్లు ఫేజ్ 1, 10 జట్లు 49 మ్యాచ్లు ఫేజ్ 2, 2 ఫేజుల్లో కలిపి మొత్తం 104 మ్యాచ్లు తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రం మొత్తం మీద ఉన్న వివిధ మైదానాల్లో జరుగుతున్నాయి. టోర్నమెంట్ 22 డిసెంబర్ నుండి 17 జనవరి వరకు జరుగుతుంది. సుమారు 600 మంది ఆటగాళ్లు పోటీ పడుతున్నారు. హైదరాబాద్ క్రికెట్ అసోసియేషన్ ఆధ్వర్యంలో జరుగుతున్న కాకా వెంకటస్వామి మెమోరియల్ తెలంగాణ ఇంటర్ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ T20 లీగ్. కాకా గారు ఎప్పుడూ చెప్పేవారు, యువతకు అవకాశమిస్తే వారు భవిష్యత్తుకు మార్గం చూపుతారు. ఈ టోర్నమెంట్ ఆ మాటకు నిదర్శనం. రండి, మన యువతను ప్రోత్సహిద్దాం, మన కాకా గారిని స్మరించుకుందాం, ఈ టోర్నమెంట్ ను ఘన విజయం చేద్దాం. స్పాన్సర్డ్ బై విశాఖ, వీనెక్స్ట్, ఆటమ్ సోలార్, వండర్యాన్. హైదరాబాద్ క్రికెట్ అసోసియేషన్ ఆధ్వర్యంలో జరుగుతున్న కాకా వెంకటస్వామి మెమోరియల్ తెలంగాణ ఇంటర్ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ T20 లీగ్ మొత్తం 29 జట్లు 55 మ్యాచ్లు ఫేజ్ 1, 10 జట్లు 49 మ్యాచ్లు ఫేజ్ 2, 2 ఫేజుల్లో కలిపి మొత్తం 104 మ్యాచ్లు తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రం మొత్తం మీద ఉన్న వివిధ మైదానాల్లో జరుగుతున్నాయి. టోర్నమెంట్ 22 డిసెంబర్ నుండి 17 జనవరి వరకు జరుగుతుంది. సుమారు 600 మంది ఆటగాళ్లు పోటీ పడుతున్నారు. హైదరాబాద్ క్రికెట్ అసోసియేషన్ ఆధ్వర్యంలో జరుగుతున్న కాకా వెంకటస్వామి మెమోరియల్ తెలంగాణ ఇంటర్ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ T20 లీగ్. హైదరాబాద్ క్రికెట్ అసోసియేషన్ ఆధ్వర్యంలో జరుగుతున్న కాకా వెంకటస్వామి మెమోరియల్ తెలంగాణ ఇంటర్ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ T20 లీగ్. ఈ T20 లీగ్ లో మొత్తం 29 జట్లు 55 మ్యాచ్లు ఫేజ్ 1, 10 జట్లు 49 మ్యాచ్లు ఫేజ్ 2, 2 ఫేజుల్లో కలిపి మొత్తం 104 మ్యాచ్లు తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రం మొత్తం మీద ఉన్న వివిధ మైదానాల్లో జరుగుతున్నాయి. టోర్నమెంట్ 22 డిసెంబర్ నుండి 17 జనవరి వరకు జరుగుతుంది. సుమారు 600 మంది ఆటగాళ్లు పోటీ పడుతున్నారు. హైదరాబాద్ క్రికెట్ అసోసియేషన్ ఆధ్వర్యంలో జరుగుతున్న కాకా వెంకటస్వామి మెమోరియల్ తెలంగాణ ఇంటర్ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ T20 లీగ్. ఒక గొప్ప వ్యక్తిని, కార్మిక నాయకుణ్ణి స్మరించుకుంటూ మన మహబూబ్ నగర్ నేలపైన తెలంగాణ యువతను ఒకే వేదికపైకి తీసుకొచ్చి ఒక అద్భుతమైన తెలంగాణ క్రికెట్ జాతర ప్రారంభించబోతున్నాం. కాకా గడ్డం వెంకటస్వామి గారు తెలంగాణ ప్రజల కోసం తన జీవితాన్ని అంకితం చేసిన నాయకుడు, కార్మికుల కోసం పోరాడిన యోధుడు, సమాజానికి దిశ చూపించిన దార్శనికుడు. అంతేకాదు, యువత ఎదగాలని, క్రీడలు అభివృద్ధి చెందాలని కలలు కన్న మంచి మనసున్న మనిషి. ఆయన ఆత్మీయ సేవలకు గుర్తుగా ఈ రోజు మనం ఒకచోట చేరి కాకా వెంకటస్వామి మెమోరియల్ తెలంగాణ ఇంటర్ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ T20 లీగ్ 2025 కాకా మెమోరియల్ క్రికెట్ టోర్నమెంట్ కప్ ని ప్రారంభిస్తున్నాం. ఈ డిసెంబర్ 22 ఉదయం 11 గంటలకు మన MDCA క్రికెట్ గ్రౌండ్ మహబూబ్ నగర్ లో ఈ గొప్ప వేడుక ప్రారంభం కానుంది. అక్కడి నుండి వరుసగా 29 నుండి 31 డిసెంబర్ 2025 హైదరాబాద్ లో, 2, 3 జనవరి 2026 కరీంనగర్ లో, 4, 5 జనవరి 2026 NTPC గోదావరి ఖనిలో, 6, 7 జనవరి 2026 సిద్దిపేటలో, 8, 9, 10 జనవరి 2026 వరంగల్లో, 11, 12 జనవరి 2026 మహబూబ్ నగర్ లో, 15 జనవరి 2026 సంగారెడ్డిలో, సెమీఫైనల్స్ 16 జనవరి 2026 హైదరాబాద్ లో, ఫైనల్ 17 జనవరి 2026 హైదరాబాద్ లో జరగనున్నాయి. ఈ T20 లీగ్ లో మొత్తం 29 జట్లు 55 మ్యాచ్లు ఫేజ్ 1, 10 జట్లు 49 మ్యాచ్లు ఫేజ్ 2, 2 ఫేజుల్లో కలిపి మొత్తం 104 మ్యాచ్లు తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రం మొత్తం మీద ఉన్న వివిధ మైదానాల్లో జరుగుతున్నాయి. టోర్నమెంట్ 22 డిసెంబర్ నుండి 17 జనవరి వరకు జరుగుతుంది. సుమారు 600 మంది ఆటగాళ్లు పోటీ పడుతున్నారు. హైదరాబాద్ క్రికెట్ అసోసియేషన్ ఆధ్వర్యంలో జరుగుతున్న కాకా వెంకటస్వామి మెమోరియల్ తెలంగాణ ఇంటర్ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ T20 లీగ్. కాకా గారు ఎప్పుడూ చెప్పేవారు, యువతకు అవకాశమిస్తే వారు భవిష్యత్తుకు మార్గం చూపుతారు. ఈ టోర్నమెంట్ ఆ మాటకు నిదర్శనం. రండి, మన యువతను ప్రోత్సహిద్దాం, మన కాకా గారిని స్మరించుకుందాం, ఈ టోర్నమెంట్ ను ఘన విజయం చేద్దాం. స్పాన్సర్డ్ బై విశాఖ, వీనెక్స్ట్, ఆటమ్ సోలార్, వండర్యాన్.
Inter-District T20 League Phase 2. Another successful day. All set for the start. Here we go. First ball. Drifted onto the bats on the very first delivery. And that one will be a leg bite to start. So the team is off the mark. Karim Nagar. Nitin Reddy has to face few more balls to get that. Nitin Reddy and Raju started to play against Mahesh Chaudhary. The proceedings from him. Mahesh Chaudhary is one of the talented medium pace bowlers who comes to attack over the stumps. 161 matches, 170 wickets, best of 6 for 41 and economy of 6.36. Drifted down the leg side. That's a good reflex take here by the wicketkeeper. Will be wide. So once again, we have Chandrasekhar with us. Welcome to you.
Thank you, Pawan. Just the begin of chase. First on the board with leg by, but now again wide. So the scoreboard is moving with extras now. Mahesh Chaudhary is one of the good find through this tournament. Yes, get off the mark in style. Nicely pick it towards mid-wicket, reason for boundary.
That was well played at the corner. He just got into a greater position so quickly, placing the ball over the infield. Raju gets off the mark with a stylish boundary. 154 may not be that bigger, but it's going to be a big challenge from Khammam.
Yeah, even morning match we have seen that just 143 how they defended Nalgonda.
Perfectly done again. He won't mind running for that. He just stands and delivers. What a placement towards the covers. Superbly played. It's Raju again getting 2 balls, 2 fours, using the pace generated. Mahesh Chaudhary won't like this.
Back-to-back boundaries. So already 10 runs on the board. Still first over is going on.
Teja Naidu has to recheck the placement of the fielders. Now we could see a fielder coming from the offside region to the onside. And a fielder standing on the boundary line towards covers. Down the leg side, keeper has often been in touch, stopping the ball well when it comes on the leg side. Will be an extra.
Pads, so no extra run. Nicely collected by the wicket keeper.
The power play in progress for the first 6 overs. So there would be 2 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. The covers fielder and also the mid-wicket, both of them standing on the boundary line. Lifted up, catches a call, that's taken. That's brilliant to watch out for, just inside the circle. The short fine leg fielder doesn't make a mistake. It's one of the easiest of chances. Raju has to go. The double boundary maker would be surprised with himself.
Look at that dismissal. The fielder standing next to the square leg umpire. A simple catch at short square leg. Look at that. Perfect timing, judging the pace of the ball, and rightly he jumped into the air. A catch practice to him at square leg.
left-handed batsman Ritvik Surya into the attack. Khammam would be happier. They have got their first wicket. Mahesh Chaudhary striking very early, just in the first 5 balls.
దేనికి ఏమైంది?
To the dugout after scoring 2 boundaries.
అఖిల్
Smashed it well. That's a stroke of confidence on the very first ball by Ritvik Surya. We have seen him playing 2 reasonable knocks before this game. With his over number 1 has come to an end. The score is 10 for 1. After the first over, Karim Nagar are on 10 for 1. The equation, 144 runs needed to win from 114 balls. 140.
If successful first over for both the sides, they got 10 runs on the board, and even the Khammam got their first breakthrough for his side.
Why he's updating again in that?
Exact like a straight line drawn on the ground. There's a fielder in the point, but above his head, a beautiful boundary, beautiful square cut.
The app is being updated now. So there is a correction in score. 1.1 overs. It is 16 for 1.
ఫస్ట్ ఓవర్ 10 కదా ఏ అఖిల్ ఫస్ట్ ఓవర్ ఎంత 12
And this one.
This time more bigger, 10 from 2 on the same scoring area. This is
That was tremendously played by the same batsman Siddharth Vasireddy bowling to Nitin Reddy. What an amazing start from Nitin. After the dot, he has smashed 2 good-looking shots towards backward point. A boundary, now a sixer, making the things easier. This one may be for results.
Another boundary. Look at that replay. Is a shot of good length, slightly width was given, nicely driven over backward point between short third man and backward point. Another boundary. This over is going to be protective over for Karim Nagar. 14 from 3 already. So now there is a change in the fielding. The third man at the boundary end, rather covering the third man and backward point. Still third man in the circle, backward point in the circle. It's a very interesting fielding placement. Point is there, covers is there, nicely driven, and one more. There was this clear single, but yes or no, giving them dot ball.
They could have gone for that single actually. There was time as the fielder can't pick up the ball. Even though he picks it up, in the meantime, there is a chance for them to complete a comfortable single where Ritvik Surya sent back Nitin Reddy. And seems like Ritvik wants Nitin to hit the ball for boundaries, just like he has done thrice in the over against Siddharth. An immediate no call. Of course, this is accurate to see. 2 dots to finish. After the second over, the score moves on to 26 for 1.
See, first 3 balls went for 14 runs, follows 2 dot balls, and now last ball to come in the second over. We are in the power play, chasing a target of 153. Having lost 1 wicket, Karim Nagar this time nicely played towards square leg region for a boundary. Very expensive over. This is 18 runs scored from this over, and overall 30 after 2.
This over went on with three boundaries and a sixer. 18 came off it, and the total score is 30 for 1. Karimnagar going high, especially from the bat of Nitin Reddy. He moves on to 7.
Overs for Karim Nagar, chasing a total of 150 plus. They got their beginning, what they wish. Once again, just getting the ball towards mid-on region. This time, the left-hander taking the charge. Both the left and right batsmen not allowing any bowler to settle down. It's a good strategy so far. The execution going as per their plan.
It was a successful attempt here by Ritvik Surya, scoring boundary. That will be his run flow. Tremendous placement at deep mid wicket. 22 runs of the last 7 balls. And this one nicking in. A good comeback here we could see by Mahesh. Yesterday, Mahesh and Siddharth, both of them were well economical, taking early wickets of Mehboob Nagar. But today, they are facing a different context. Mahesh has got a wicket, but he was expensive in the first over. He continued the same in the first 2 balls, offering 4 runs. And Siddharth from nowhere has conceded 18 runs of his first.
Morning we have witnessed the target below 150, but could not able to chase. So now Karim Nagar coming to bat with a clear plan in their mind. The intention is very clear, trying to get as many runs as in the power play, making use of that. Nicely execution. 1 boundary follows a 6. Rather a 6 followed by the boundary.
What a perfect punch that has been. Superb timing from Ritvik Surya, getting a 6 on the offside, close to long off. With this, he moves on to 10 from just 4. And this over has contained already 10 runs, all of them from Surya. 18 in the previous over, so 28 of the last 9 balls.
There's a fielder waiting at, mistimed, and this time going for another big, but really clever bowling, showing the variation in the speed. Could not able to judge that, going for another big. and a simple catch to the mid-on fielder in the circle.
That's a uniqueness in cricket. Runs follow wickets and wickets follow runs. Ritvik Surya, the man in good touch, has to depart. Goes for 10 of 5. And that was a good take there towards mid on. An important catch by Vishal Yadav. Takshil Erroju, the skipper, promotes himself at number 3. Khammam has become one of the danger sides in bowling. Yesterday's evening match was a live example for that, where they defeated Mehboob Nagar, who was scoring much with batting.
But of course, that match was anticlimax. But still, credit to the Khammam. They won by VJD method.
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask you. That VJD is the unique thing recently added.
Yeah, that is in fact more easier to understand the formula, the format of the system, and more friendly user. Definitely, I can say that. That's the reason the greats like Kumble, Ashwin, Rahul, Ganguly, MS, Kohli, Rohit, the technical committee and the senior players and the captains of different states in India all have accepted that the system, because the DLS is slightly difficult and VJD is, I am sure it is definitely close to the reality.
And as you said about VJD, it must be included in these apps, in the cricket apps also, so that everyone will have a clear picture of that. Before discussing more about that, after the third over, the score is 40 for 2. After the third over, Karim Nagar are on 40 for 2. 114 runs more to win from 102 balls. 114 from 102. The required run rate is close to 7. And what do you say about VJD being implemented in the famous cricket apps?
Yeah, but of course, the problem is this Crick Heroes is used for international corporate matches also. So they cover that. It's a really well-known app. So for that, for international matches, DLS, it's VJD is only accepted in India. So that's the reason why still they have not included VJD in this app.
Yeah. In the meantime, it is Nitin Reddy batting against Siddharth Vasireddy. Started off with a wide, and this one onto the pads. Karimnagar so far scoring with 13 runs and over. So what should be Khammam's plan now?
I'm sure now the spinner will be introduced into attack, because if you go through the tournament right from match number 1 on 22nd, the spinners are the main wicket takers and they are the match winners. So definitely good run between the wickets. Throw is not good enough. Very wide to the stumps. Keeper has to run and collect that. Otherwise, if the throw had been onto the stumps, there was a possibility of getting run out.
Karimnagar needs to be watchful while scoring the runs like these. Men in blue scattered well on the offside. 5 men inside the circle. It's an absolute teamwork by Khammam. The going has been spectacular till now.
Not timed, but could not able to stop them to take one run.
Not a bad start in the over so far. 4 runs of the first 4 balls, a couple, 2 dots, a single that wide. Khammam needs the dots like these. And Takshil, the skipper, seems like he
Green
goes
ball.
for nothing.
Yorker length delivery, going for big, missed the line, and the middle stump uprooted. So they lost their third. They lost their third.
And that too, it's of the skipper. He goes without scoring. A helping all-rounder for his side, but that is going to be a bit of disappointment. Takshil will be replaced by Muhammad Arshad, the new man. Great bowling technique by Siddharth Vasireddy, but he delayed a bit compared to his performance yesterday, taking wickets in the very first over. But in this game, he has taken wicket of the last ball of the 5th ball in the second over, where he has already offered 22 in the first 10.
Though he proved expensive, but he got the breakthrough. That also the captain.
So now the drama is on. 3 quick wickets. Not even the 4th over is completed, but the runs going on with close to 11 and over. So Khammam and Karim Nagar competing well with their top performances in their respective departments.
Definitely at this point of time, Karim Nagar has to look at their short selection because the asking rate is under control. So you have to be very, very careful about your short selection.
With due respect on the ball, coming onto the stumps, that has been finished as a dot, played by Arshad. With this, after the 4th over, the score moves on to 44 for 3. There is a change in the card as per app. It's Akshat Reddy who came in. Arshad will have to wait more. 44 for 3 in 4 overs. And thankfully the score is the same. Four overs completed. The score is 44 for 3. Karim Nagar will have to make 110 runs in 96 balls with 7 wickets in hand. 44 for 3.
Of course, still the game is in favor of Karim Nagar. They have enough runs on the board. The required rate is under control. Nicely driven for a single.
And this one has gone close to the stumps. The fielder not willing to offer the runs easily. The man placed at short covers has done so well in transferring the ball in time, but the speed of the batsman Nitin Reddy proved that there will be a safer single. He's on 22 from 12, 3 fours and a sixer. Strike rate of above 180. The team definitely needs him to bat at least to the first half of this innings. Plays it to the side bat. Once again, the short covers fielder has made a great attempt. In fact, there is a lot more power generated by Akshat Reddy, the new man. Off the mark. Karimnagar so far got hold of the run rate. They need only 108 from 94. Surprising stuff, a bit of bounce is being extracted. The batsman manages to get enough bat on that, but not in the gap. Mahesh Chowdhury has done well. As usual, he proves his worth with the ball. 2.32 for 23. He was expensive initially, then he covered that with the attacking mindset he has got and the length he has chosen to bowl, the run up, the release, everything right about him.
Mahesh Chaudhary bowls slower bouncers. That's the reason still a fielder at the square leg, just next to the square leg umpire. But this time again,
that will be
another lollipop to the fielder at mid-off. Going for big, but could not able to connect it well. And a simple catch, resulting them the fourth wicket.
That's the end of another good innings, good start. Nathan Reddy gone for 22 of 13. Shaumik Kapoor will be the new man to be added. Mahesh Chaudhary strikes for the third time. Good take there by Vishal Yadav standing at mid-off. Good technique, as you said, has got the fielders at the right placement. He utilizes a bit of bounce and his slowness sometimes in releasing the ball. Altogether has offered another wicket for the team, which is number 4. Karim Nagar will have to maintain one reasonable partnership. They got hold of the run rate. The amazing runs initially made by the opener Nitin, Raju, Ritvik offering 10 runs in just 4-5 balls will help the team. They know they have been chasing 154. The run rate is close to 10 runs and over. What is needed is just above 7. In fact, less than 7. If they do take 3 runs off the last 2 balls, then they need exactly 7 and over. Shaumik Kapoor, the new batsman, 193 matches, 3,800 runs. Strike rate is a bit less in T20s, 86. But average is 27 runs every innings. That shows his consistency, but what he needs is to make the strike rotate without letting the dot balls in. Surprising stuff, and this one can be taken. That has fallen short of the fielder. It seemed like he was checking the shot. Greater pace generated by Mahesh. He started to be more risky for any batsman. The newcomer has to wait, has to be more aware of the pitch conditions. As the game progresses on, we could see lots of faith for the bowlers. The chase of 142 was unsuccessful in the first game. That might reflect the same for the second as well during the chase of 154.
But still Karimnagar need not worry about that because the openers given the platform. Only thing is this batter to take on to the next level.
With his 5 overs completed, the score moves on to 46 for 4. After the fifth over, Karimnagar around
I'm sure, sir, I'm sure the organizers will be boosted by the success of this tournament, this first edition. A tremendous response. Even I am told by the organizers, thousands of views in the YouTube live. So it's a great boost for the organizers and to the cricketers from Telangana state.
certainly. It's great to see a lot more viewers for the game. That shows the craze this tournament has found. Akshat Reddy, now the new man, has scored a single of the first three balls. Great
Going for
setup.
card, missed the line. There was a bounce in the wicket still.
The
Seamers are
bowlers.
getting the help from the surface.
The bowlers will be happier with that, and that's the reason Teja Naidu, the Khammam skipper, loves to introduce Siddharth Vasireddy and Mahesh Chowdhury because they have been exceptional in the power plays. Runs on the onside. Slight misfield. Will they cause the second? It doesn't. A wicket for Siddharth Vasireddy as well. That initial movement of the fumble by the fielder didn't allow the batsman to go for the second. The mid-on fielder has been brilliant to recover himself quickly. 107 from 87, still a possible task for Karim Nagar, but they need to make sure that they won't throw away wickets cheaply. Probably the last three balls of the mandatory power play. The bowler wants to come round the stumps. Not exactly met the blade, but it's the credit to the bowler, Siddharth Vasireddy, bowling it mostly on the off-stump region. And the batsman wanted to hit that in the gap, but there's a fielder who has stopped that so well. Shami Kapoor can be a talented batsman. He has proved his worth. He's able to get some good starts. He has to convert them into big scores. No, he's just new to the crease. Hasn't got off the mark, and this one is even more surprising. So there is an excitement from the bowler and the keeper, but umpire calls it as a leg bye.
It's
So
clearly pitched down the leg stump, so nothing will happen to the batter. So one run taken by form of leg bye. Even the batter having a clear mind, he knows pretty well when the ball pitches outside the line of the leg stump, there is no possibility of getting out in form of leg bye, LBW. So he tried for that.
probably this is the last ball of the mandatory power play, where Karim Nagar has taken a single to finish. With this, after the sixth over, after the power play, the score moves on to 49 for 4. With this 6 overs being bowled, power play completed. Karim Nagar scored 49, losing 4 wickets. 49 for 4 after 6 overs. The equation needed 105 runs from 84 balls. 105 from 14 overs. with 6 wickets in hand.
Slowly, Khammam tightening the screws. At one point of time, particularly when the power play is over, all the situations under control for Karim Nagar. You look at the hoardings and the arrangements of this NTPC ground. This tent is placed for the spectators to witness the game. Even in the afternoon, we have seen the big gathering at presentation ceremony.
Now the power play restrictions are off. We can see 5 fielders scattered on the boundary line. The regular places of long off covers, mid-wicket, square leg, fine leg standing on the boundary line. And that also brings up the team's 50. 50 for 4 in 6.2 with that single at backward point. Still 104 more runs to win, 104 from 82. This game has been set for either sides.
Look at the changes in the fielding. Left-hander on strike. Definitely go for the sweep. So there is a protection at the deep square leg, but this time running down to the third man. Successfully completed the third run. Good running between the wickets.
Yes, this pair must be appreciated for the running they made between the wickets. Akshat Reddy and Shaumik Kapoor. That was unintentionally placed at fine leg. He wanted to play it on the offside. Left-handed combination is often annoying for any kind of side. Good call here from Shaumik.
Yeah, there is a fielder placed net. So no risky runs, already 4 down. A double pressure on the batters at the middle. You have to keep the wicket at the same time. See that the scoreboard not struck.
This one has been a good looking shot. He swept it down. Akshat Reddy playing it for a single. Five runs of the first 5 balls and also the over. 5 runs of it, and the score is 54 for 4 after 7. With 5 runs coming off it, the score is 54 for 4. Karim Nagar exactly requires 100 from 78 balls. 100 runs in 13 overs with 6 wickets in hand.
अरे कुछ चाय तो पिलाओ यार. तो नया ही बोलने के लिए मैं आया क्या इतना दूर? हाँ? वहाँ से भी मैं पूछ सकता हूँ ना? ओ वहाँ से भी मैं आंसर सुन सकता हूँ. तो क्या कहता मेरे को नहीं मालूम. मेरे को तो चाय हो ना वहाँ के. बोलना
7 overs gone, 54 for 4. Here comes Vamsi into the bowling attack. This pair looking to settle at the moment. They have faced 15 balls altogether and has scored 9 runs. It's important for them to change the gears. 152 matches, 143 wickets Vamsi has taken previously. This right-arm spinner is also impressive with economy, 5.9. So runs in singles, not a problem for Khammam. They have to restrict the boundaries. The good thing is that they started to take on the wickets as well. Xiaomi needs to execute better, but this one must be taken. The fielder coming underneath. Keeper says it's mine and it's taken. A glorious catch. The himself. Vamsi gets the breakthrough just in the first over. This is what Karim Nagar won't be looking for. Khammam, a happier side, now has taken the wicket number 5, and that is Akshat Reddy who has to depart, scoring 6 runs.
If you follow the basics, you will get the positive result. That is the example. 3 fielders are coming for that, but a clear call from the wicket keeper. So the rest of the 2 fielders are stayed back. Comfortable catch at the end taken by the wicket keeper, resulting giving their team the 5th wicket.
Absolutely. This is going to be a big turnout by Khammam. 5th wicket came as a catch and a good caught behind catch. Of course, the keeper has to run forward. And usually the keepers have extra wear for them. The gloves will definitely help them to take on the catches, as the fielder only has his bare hands to take on.
Yeah, of course, that extra cushion, that extra protection will give the wicket keeper a cushion to take the skiers. Half of the side in the dugout now.
Vignesh, the Newman, in 147 matches, close to 2,000 runs, has already faced his first ball. Vamsi shanes up. 4 balls, 2 runs and a wicket. Lots of improvement and maturity from Khammam as the tournament progresses on. They have lost their first 2 matches, but predicted a win against a big team like Mehboob Nagar. Would like to make the same against Karim Nagar, another fighting side. Turning out to be a tiny over.
That yesterday's win given them extra confidence to Khammam against Mehboob Nagar. It was a close contest, but of course ended in an unexpected way.
Punched nicely.
This time quickly gone onto the back foot, gone for a pull, but only 1 run.
With this, over number 8 has completed. The score is 58 for 5. With 4 runs and a wicket from it, after the 8th over, the score is 58 for 5. 58 for 5 in 8 overs. 5 wickets in hand. Karim Nagar needs 96 from 72. 12 overs, 96 runs. The needed run rate is 8 runs and over.
So even still the game is under Karim Nagar favor. Only thing is they have to keep the wicket in hand, and this partnership should go till 15th, 16th over.
Gets deep down into the crease and strucks. A simple push there. Offside fielder cuts it off. Sheikh Azhar came to bowl his second over. Shaumik Kapoor is the one who scored that, and now you could see the similar strike rate, less than 100, just less than 70 as well from Shaumik Kapoor, 6 from 9. Hasn't scored a boundary, but he has got a single. The previous one at short point. And this one, the bails are off in a flash, and the keeper has made a tremendous work.
A lightning one, like a flash.
And you could see the confidence
What a
of the
bunt
umpire.
by the wicket keeper. It was really amazing. Really amazing. Wicket keeper was so quick. The batsman just missed the line. You look at in the next second, he uprooted the bails. Very good glove work behind the wickets. They lost their 6.
Harshil Reddy doing the right thing. He saw the batsman simply standing on the crease, and when the ball is pitched, there was a chance for the wicket keeper. That's what the Hawkeye from Harshil Reddy we have seen. Not only as a terrific opener, but also behind the stumps, he proves his worth. Vignesh got out in that. Sheikh Azhar will be rewarded. He's off the mark with this wicket. Mohammad Arshad has been called up to bat. Another left-handed batsman. So both of them being left-handed for now. Shaumi Kapoor, Mohammad Arshad. The team score is 59 for 6. It means Karim Nagar are struggling. 154 seems to be gigantic now.
Two lefties at the middle now. Nice flighted delivery. This time keeper could not able to collect it. Wait for the umpire signal. Yes, it is a wide. Wide plus 1 run. 2 extra runs added to the total.
Now all the 4 bowlers have the wickets. Mahesh has got 3, Siddharth 1, Vamsi 1 in the previous over. Now Sheikh Azhar as well. Looking for another opportunity, but the keeper is on once again. That's 2 in 3. A silent walk back by either of the batsmen. It's Shaumi Kapoor who has to depart. He's not impressive with the bat this season. What a glorious technique to bowl from Khammam. Very often they're taking on the wickets. This is number 7. Glorious glove work behind the stumps. Harshil Reddy gets into the act. But as per the replay, seems like it's carried onto the stumps and then the wicketkeeper is in the picture.
At the time of the toss, umpires decided to continue the game with floodlights. But looking at this present position, that situation may not arise because already 7 down for Karim Nagar.
Certainly. Karim Nagar now can be happier if they could complete all their 20 overs.
Definitely.
And that's a glorious counter-attack in the meantime by the new batsman. Just came in. Satvik hits a boundary on the very first ball with his new partner, Arshad, who hasn't started. Satvik, this will be a sign of confidence for him. Against the double wicket taker Azhar. Now the fielder is on. Well played it deep backward square leg region. There is a protection on in the circle. Things getting much easier for Khammam. They're taking wickets.
There is a fine leg third man in the circle. Backward point covers the fielder at deep square leg. Deep point. There is a fielder. Nicely flicked for only 1 run.
The partnership which was healthy was between Nitin Reddy and Ritvik. 28 runs they've added for the second wicket. But since then, the wickets are going down every now and then. With this, over number 9 has been completed. The score moves on to 66 for 7. After 9 overs, the score is 66 for 7. Karimnagar will have to make 88 from 66, scoring exactly 8 runs an over. 3 wickets in hand.
Pawan, still run rate is under control.
That's the genius thing
yes,
about.
just the floodlights are on.
But the floodlights movement started with a wicket, that is wicket number 8. And why not the wickets are under control?
Really, I don't understand. The platform was laid by the openers and suddenly that shows their inexperience.
Absolutely. Inexperience, and you could see the batsman walking away, going just for single digits. Initially the captains duck out, and later everyone going for 5, 6. Mohammad Arshad
Just a
is on.
telephone number on the scorecard now.
It is not even a huge target initially, chasing 154.
Yeah.
But Karim Nagar were put onto the back foot.
Correct. Even actually, we have seen chasing 160 plus and even batting first to scoring 223 runs. That means big scores have been scored in this tournament. Not that all the pitches are helping the bowlers in that matter. It's helping to the batters also. Only thing is you need to have the patience and you need a technique to stay at the wicket.
Certainly. So what can the number 9 batsman do? Srikanth Reddy just got off the mark. Arshad will face his first ball. Vamsi strikes twice. Started off with a wicket. And then a single towards backward point. Srikanth Reddy, 129 matches, 2,500 runs.
Right to the field right point.
Things getting down and under for Karim Nagar. 87 more runs to win from 63 balls. Run rate moving on to 9 and over now. Pressure being built up. Follow wickets will definitely put them in trouble.
Going for card, missing the line. Extra bounce to the spinner. Straight to the wicketkeeper's hand.
That's pure
Time
magic.
could able to contact, but only 1 run.
Purely magic we could see from Khammam. After back-to-back losses in the first 2 games, they have learned from the mistakes, operating mainly the bowlers well. Captain Teja Naidu. 86 more to win.
This time nicely driven, but straight to the fielder. Not able to finding the gap. Another dot ball towards end of the over.
With this, after the 10th over, the score moves on to 68 for 8.
68 for 8 after 10. If Khammam could able to win with a good margin, their net run rate also will be improved because 10 teams are participating and the top 4 will be qualified for the semi-finals in this tournament. Straight away semis and finals. We are talking about, and they lost another one. A simple dismissal. Look at that.
It is Sai Kiran who has to depart. Sorry, who just came in, and the departed batsman is Arshad. He goes without scoring. He's got a
Stumps were uprooted.
single of just 4 balls.
They lost their 9. The last man coming up. Look at the floodlights on the screen. It's a very old, one of the oldest venues in Telangana. After Hyderabad, this was developed.
And it seems like Karimnagar won't make use of these floodlights.
That's what already we discussed about power.
Yesterday,
You are
this
right.
was the situation.
You are right.
There were no floodlights at Karimnagar, but the match ended with some suspense. But today, the floodlights were on, but there is no probability from the batting side.
Correct. So even at yesterday at Karimnagar, if you have floodlights, game would have been interested, because by the time Mahabubnagar, no doubt they are fighting well. Definitely credit to be given to Khammam, but don't discourage Mahabubnagar.
True. In the meantime, Sheikh Azhar has taken his third wicket. 2.33 for 13. He just came in and silently has taken quick 3 of the middle order. Taking the wickets of firstly Shaumik Kapoor, followed by Arshad and Vignesh. And that's given, that will be the end of the game. A comprehensive one-sided victory here, where Khammam winning this match by 85 runs. It's more than the half of the score they made.
The batsman was not happy, but you have to respect your umpire's decision. Certainly, both the umpires are doing good job. Finally, there was a confident appeal. Umpire Sandeep taking his own time to judge whether there was a nick or not. Finally, had the conclusion that there was a nick to the keeper, and Karimnagar lost their game to Khammam. Congratulations to Khammam for their back-to-back victories.
Seems like it's the first time we have seen a double run scorecard, and that too from the team like Karimnagar. It is never expected. They have been bowled out for the team score of 68, with the best figures from Sheikh Azhar in the game, 2.54 for 13. So viewers, that's it from the commentary box at the moment from me and from Mr. Chandrasekhar. We'll get back with the presentation.
You do the presentation, no?
T20 లీగ్ లో మొత్తం 29 జట్లు 55 మ్యాచ్లు ఫేజ్ 1, 10 జట్లు 49 మ్యాచ్లు ఫేజ్ 2, 2 ఫేజుల్లో కలిపి మొత్తం 104 మ్యాచ్లు తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రం మొత్తం మీద ఉన్న వివిధ మైదానాల్లో జరుగుతున్నాయి. టోర్నమెంట్ 22 డిసెంబర్ నుండి 17 జనవరి వరకు జరుగుతుంది. సుమారు 600 మంది ఆటగాళ్లు పోటీ పడుతున్నారు. హైదరాబాద్ క్రికెట్ అసోసియేషన్ ఆధ్వర్యంలో జరుగుతున్న కాకా వెంకటస్వామి మెమోరియల్ తెలంగాణ ఇంటర్ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ T20 లీగ్. ఒక గొప్ప వ్యక్తిని, కార్మిక నాయకుణ్ణి స్మరించుకుంటూ మన మహబూబ్ నగర్ నేలపైన తెలంగాణ యువతను ఒకే వేదికపైకి తీసుకొచ్చి ఒక అద్భుతమైన తెలంగాణ క్రికెట్ జాతర ప్రారంభించబోతున్నాం. కాకా గడ్డం వెంకటస్వామి గారు తెలంగాణ ప్రజల కోసం తన జీవితాన్ని అంకితం చేసిన నాయకుడు, కార్మికుల కోసం పోరాడిన యోధుడు, సమాజానికి దిశ చూపించిన దార్శనికుడు. అంతేకాదు, యువత ఎదగాలని, క్రీడలు అభివృద్ధి చెందాలని కలలు కన్న మంచి మనసున్న మనిషి. ఆయన ఆత్మీయ సేవలకు గుర్తుగా ఈ రోజు మనం ఒక చోట చేరి కాకా వెంకటస్వామి మెమోరియల్ తెలంగాణ ఇంటర్ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ T20 లీగ్ 2025 కాకా మెమోరియల్ క్రికెట్ టోర్నమెంట్ కప్ ని ప్రారంభిస్తున్నాం. ఈ డిసెంబర్ 22 ఉదయం 11 గంటలకు మన MDCA క్రికెట్ గ్రౌండ్ మహబూబ్ నగర్ లో ఈ గొప్ప వేడుక ప్రారంభం కానుంది. అక్కడి నుండి వరుసగా 29 నుండి 31 డిసెంబర్ 2025 హైదరాబాద్ లో, 2-3 జనవరి 2026 కరీంనగర్ లో, 4-5 జనవరి 2026 NTPC గోదావరి ఖనిలో, 6-7 జనవరి 2026 సిద్దిపేటలో, 8-9-10 జనవరి 2026 వరంగల్లో, 11-12 జనవరి 2026 మహబూబ్ నగర్ లో, 15 జనవరి 2026 సంగారెడ్డిలో, సెమీఫైనల్స్ 16 జనవరి 2026 హైదరాబాద్ లో, ఫైనల్ 17 జనవరి 2026 హైదరాబాద్ లో జరగనున్నాయి. ఈ T20 లీగ్ లో మొత్తం 29 జట్లు, 55 మ్యాచ్లు ఫేజ్ 1, 10 జట్లు, 49 మ్యాచ్లు ఫేజ్ 2. 2 ఫేజుల్లో కలిపి మొత్తం 104 మ్యాచ్లు తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రం మొత్తం మీద ఉన్న వివిధ మైదానాల్లో జరుగుతున్నాయి. టోర్నమెంట్ 22 డిసెంబర్ నుండి 17 జనవరి వరకు జరుగుతుంది. సుమారు 600 మంది ఆటగాళ్లు పోటీ పడుతున్నారు. హైదరాబాద్ క్రికెట్ అసోసియేషన్ ఆధ్వర్యంలో జరుగుతున్న కాకా వెంకటస్వామి మెమోరియల్ తెలంగాణ ఇంటర్ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ T20 లీగ్. కాకా గారు ఎప్పుడూ చెప్పేవారు, యువతకు అవకాశమిస్తే వారు భవిష్యత్తుకు మార్గం చూపుతారు. ఈ టోర్నమెంట్ ఆ మాటకు నిదర్శనం. రండి, మన యువతను ప్రోత్సహిద్దాం, మన కాకా గారిని స్మరించుకుందాం, ఈ టోర్నమెంట్ ను ఘన విజయం చేద్దాం. స్పాన్సర్డ్ బై విశాఖ, వీనెక్స్ట్, ఆటమ్ సోలార్, వండర్యాన్. హైదరాబాద్ క్రికెట్ అసోసియేషన్ ఆధ్వర్యంలో జరుగుతున్న కాకా వెంకటస్వామి మెమోరియల్ తెలంగాణ ఇంటర్ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ T20 లీగ్ మొత్తం 29 జట్లు, 55 మ్యాచ్లు ఫేజ్ 1, 10 జట్లు, 49 మ్యాచ్లు ఫేజ్ 2. 2 ఫేజుల్లో కలిపి మొత్తం 104 మ్యాచ్లు తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రం మొత్తం మీద ఉన్న వివిధ మైదానాల్లో జరుగుతున్నాయి. టోర్నమెంట్ 22 డిసెంబర్ నుండి 17 జనవరి వరకు జరుగుతుంది. సుమారు 600 మంది ఆటగాళ్లు పోటీ పడుతున్నారు. హైదరాబాద్ క్రికెట్ అసోసియేషన్ ఆధ్వర్యంలో జరుగుతున్న కాకా వెంకటస్వామి మెమోరియల్ తెలంగాణ ఇంటర్ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ T20 లీగ్. హైదరాబాద్ క్రికెట్ అసోసియేషన్ ఆధ్వర్యంలో జరుగుతున్న కాకా వెంకటస్వామి మెమోరియల్ తెలంగాణ ఇంటర్ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ T20 లీగ్.
All of you for Kaka Venkataswamy Memorial Telangana Inter-District T20 League. Phase 2, we have another successful day with 2 glorious encounters. And in both the matches, the common point is the team how batted first has won it. Today, there were no much firing scores. 141 in the first game, 152 in the next game. That is, in the current performance, we have seen both the sides have shined up defending their normal totals. But in particular, now Khammam taking on Karim Nagar, they have got one of the biggest victories in 2025 season, that is winning the match by 85 runs. They have bowled out the team for the score of 68. The spinners have done brilliant. Also the pacers have added their spectacular performances, taking wickets after being expensive, but finally ended up as a one-sided contest with almost 9 overs to spare. Now we request the two sides, Khammam and Karim Nagar, to gather here for the presentation. ఆయన వస్తారు ఆయన వచ్చాకే గెస్ట్ ఇంకొకరు ఎవరో ఒకరు Karimnagar, please gather here on the right. On the left, Khammam. Karimnagar Vice President. Along with the tournament chairman Nagamrao Garu, we have got Chekuri Venkat Garu, Khammam District Secretary. We have got the Karim Nagar President Manohar Garu, along with and from Karim Nagar we have got Ajit Garu. From Godavarkani we have Kiran Garu. So we'll start the presentation. And as you know, the star performer of the game, the man of the match, will be given to INTUC General Secretary Krishna Garu as well. And we have Shashi Garu. Yes, time for the presentation that goes to Sheikh Azhar from Khammam. He's waiting to collect it. 2.5 overs he bowled. 4 wickets he has taken, offering just 13 runs. Economy of just 5.7. And terrific bowling. He is the reason to pack. And Sheikh, why don't you answer? ओके अजहर आप आ सकते, हमें इंग्लिश आते, तेलुगु आते, हिंदी भी मैनेज कर सकते हैं. ओके प्रॉब्लम नहीं, आपका परफॉर्मेंस अच्छा है. తెలుగా సరే, పర్ఫార్మెన్స్ చాలా బాగుంది మీది, ఎస్పెషల్లీ బౌలింగ్లో 4 వికెట్స్ తీయటం అండ్ కరీంనగర్ని టోర్నమెంట్లో లో స్కోర్కి రెస్ట్రిక్ట్ చేయడం బాగుంది. హౌ డూ యూ ఫీల్ అబౌట్ యువర్ పర్ఫార్మెన్స్?
నా కోచ్ రాజేశ్వరరావు ఫ్రమ్ ఖమ్మం, ఆయన నేర్పడం బట్టే ఈ ఇన్ని వికెట్లు తీయగలుగుతున్నా నేను. కన్సిస్టెంట్గా నాకు మంచిగా కోన్స్ పెట్టి సంథింగ్ డ్రిల్స్ అన్ని చేపించడం రాజేశ్వరరావు గారు, వాళ్ళ వలన ఇన్ని టోర్నమెంట్ ఆడగలుగుతున్నా అండ్ ఇలాంటి పెద్ద టోర్నమెంట్లో పాల్గొంటున్నాను.
Thank you so much, Sheikh Azhar. Congratulations. And the cash prize you could see worth of rupees 5,000 offered from the management. So that's it. All about the presentation. We thank all the guests from Khammam, Karimnagar, Godavarikani who have gathered here. So yes, that's it. All about another successful day of phase 2. This is the first day at NTPC Godavarikani. So there is a lot more entertainment to come up with 2 more matches tomorrow morning and afternoon. Just stay tuned. Kaka Venkataswamy Memorial Telangana Inter T20 League is on a successful note. So Prastan Ketan is signing off. Me anchor, me commentator, me Pavan.
This is a microchip. When you zoom in, you find a nanoscopic computing city. Skyscrapers hundreds of layers tall with hundreds of kilometers of wires connecting everything. And at the very bottom is this. Transistors. Billions of them. They are the ones and zeros of our computer. The chip works by whizzing electrons from transistor to transistor. And the smaller you can make those transistors, the less the signals have to travel, so the faster they can compute. Plus, you can fit more transistors into the same area, resulting in a much more powerful chip. So for over 50 years, transistors got smaller and smaller. The number you could fit on a chip doubled every 2 years. This became known as Moore's Law, named for Intel's co-founder Gordon Moore after he noticed the pattern back in 1965, and it's been one of the main drivers of the tech industry. But around 2015, progress came to a screeching halt. And we might have never gotten past it if it wasn't for a single company that makes these machines, the machines that saved Moore's Law.
Holy. This is a video about the most complicated commercial product humanity's ever built.
That's insane.
It costs a whopping $400 million, and it is so bizarre that I want to introduce it to you with a thought experiment. Imagine you are shrunk down to the size of an ant. And you're given a laser that's strong enough to melt through metal like butter. Next, a tiny droplet of molten tin, roughly the size of a white blood cell, is shot out in front of you around 250 kilometers per hour. And your task is to hit this not once, not twice, but 3 times in a row in 20 microseconds with your little laser. Well, that is exactly what this machine does. It hits one tiny tin droplet 3 times in a row, heating each one up to over 220,000 Kelvin. That's roughly 40 times hotter than the surface of the sun. And it doesn't just hit one droplet, it hits 50,000 droplets every single second.
How often do you miss a laser shot?
We don't miss them.
What? You do 150,000 laser shots a second and you don't miss one.
Exactly.
The same machine also contains mirrors that might just be the smoothest objects in the universe. If you scale one up to the size of the Earth, then the largest bump would be no thicker than a playing card. On top of that, it is able to overlay one layer of a chip perfectly on top of another and never be off by more than 5 atoms. And this is all happening while parts of the machine whip around at accelerations of over 20 Gs. For 30 years, almost everyone thought that actually building this machine was impossible. And yet, it exists. There is only one company in the world that can make it. So what is this company? And what is this impossible machine they've built? This video is sponsored by Brilliant. More about them at the end of the show. Now, just as a quick aside, the makers of this machine didn't actually sponsor this video. We just thought that the science and engineering here were so cool that we had to make a video about it. So let's jump straight in.
To make a microchip, you start by taking silicon dioxide, usually from sand, and purifying it into ultra-pure, nearly 100% silicon chunks, which is then melted down in a special furnace. Next, you lower a small seed crystal into the vat. Silicon atoms attach to the crystal, extending its structure. Then you slowly raise the seed crystal while rotating it, and this results in a large single crystal silicon ingot.
This is where the seed crystal would be, and then you pull it out.
Can I touch it?
Yeah, you can.
It seems like you would not be able to hold this from here.
Yes.
It even feels fragile, like if you kind of...
Well, snap it.
Yeah, I'm scared to break it.
Yes.
He's using more force.
The ingot is then cut into wafers with diamond wire saws, up to 5,000 of them, after which each wafer is carefully polished. Next, it's coated with a light-sensitive material called photoresist. There are different kinds, but in a positive photoresist, the areas exposed to light become weaker and more soluble. So if you shine light through a patterned mask, you can selectively weaken parts of that coating. Then you rinse the wafer with a basic solution to wash away the exposed photoresist, leaving the design imprinted. So now you can actually turn this pattern into physical structures. This is often done by etching into the uncovered silicon by using either chemicals or plasma. And then you deposit a metal like copper to fill in those etched lines. As a last step, you wash away the remaining photoresist, and now you've made a single layer of the chip. We've simplified this cycle down to the main steps: coat, expose, etch, and deposit. It repeats for every single chip layer, and depending on the chip, there could be anywhere from 10 to 100 layers. The bottom layer is the transistors. This is the most complicated layer, requiring hundreds of steps that all need to be perfect. The higher layers are a little easier. These are the metal wires that carry signals and power. By the end, the completed wafer can have hundreds of chips, which are then cut into separate pieces, packaged, and put into products. But by far the hardest and most crucial step in the process is where you shine light through the mask and onto the wafer. This is photolithography. And that's because this step determines how small you can make the features.
At first, it seems simple. Light passes through the openings and it gets blocked by all the rest. But as you try to print smaller and smaller features, the gaps in the mask start to approach the wavelength of the light. And that causes problems.
And we can actually show it because I happen to have this is a mask, this is a reticle.
A reticle, or a mask, carries the design of one chip layer. This reticle is filled with microscopic lines and gaps around 670 nanometers across.
And if I take like a laser pointer, so this is a red laser.
Yep.
If I shine it through it, then you see this here.
The laser has a wavelength of around 650 nanometers. When light hits the reticle, its wavefronts bend as they pass through each gap. So each gap sends out waves that spread out and overlap. Now, let's just look at the light from these two gaps. When the peaks of one wave line up with the troughs of the other, we say that the two waves are out of phase, and they cancel each other out, so you get dark spots. And when the peaks line up with the peaks, the two waves are in phase. They add up, and you get bright spots.
You get interference, right? And you get a diffraction pattern.
Now, diffraction is inevitable. So instead of fighting it, designers actually use it to get the patterns they want. They kind of work backwards from the eventual pattern they want on the wafer, and they design the slits so that diffraction will occur in such a way that it creates the pattern that they want.
You see 3 dots. The middle dot, that's the original one. That's the 0 order. And then on the left and the right, you can see the first and the minus first. Now, in order for us to have this image resolved on the wafer, you need to capture the 0 and the first and the minus first order.
The smaller you make the features, the larger this angle alpha between the 0 and first orders becomes. So the larger your lens needs to be to capture the light. The size of the lens is described by the numerical aperture, or NA for short, which is just the sign of this angle. So the larger that is, the smaller the features you can print. But there is a hard limit to how large your lens system can be. When this angle is 90 degrees and your numerical aperture is 1, well, your lens would have to be infinite. Fortunately, there is one other thing we can change.
This is a red laser.
Yeah.
And a red laser has a wavelength of 650 nanometers-ish, I would say.
Yeah.
And if I take the green laser, and this one has a wavelength of 532, then you can see that the green dots are closer spaced than the red dots.
That's because the light from the two different gaps doesn't have to travel as far to match up in phase again. So the orders end up closer together. So with a smaller wavelength, you can print smaller patterns using the same lens. All of this is captured by the Rayleigh equation, which determines the smallest feature size or critical dimension.
But since there's a limit to how much you can increase the numerical aperture, to 1, over time the only way to keep making smaller and smaller features is by using shorter and shorter wavelengths. So this is exactly what happened up until the late 1990s, when the industry settled on 193 nanometer deep UV light. This was the light that was used to make all of the most advanced chips right until around 2015. But by that point, scientists had reached the limit to how small they could make the features, and Moore's law was about to run into a brick wall. So a radical change was needed, a change that had been brewing for around 30 years. All the way back in the 1980s, Japanese scientist Hiro Kinoshita came up with a crazy idea. Why not use much shorter wavelengths, like X-rays of around 10 nanometers? In theory, that should allow you to print much smaller features. But you quickly run into a problem. X-rays at these wavelengths have enough energy to eject electrons from their atoms, so most materials absorb them. But unlike medical X-rays, which have wavelengths shorter than 1 nanometer, these are still long enough to interact with air, so air absorbs them too. That meant that Kinoshita's setup had to be in a vacuum. But even worse, he couldn't use lenses to focus the light, because the lenses would absorb it too. So it seemed like this idea would never work.
But around 1983, Kinoshita stumbled on a paper by Jim Underwood and Troy Barbee. Their work focused on special mirrors that could reflect X-rays with a wavelength of 4.48 nanometers. So Kinoshita was intrigued. Curved mirrors can focus light just like lenses do. If he could figure out how to make these special mirrors for the wavelength he was using, then this could be another way to do photolithography. The mirrors work something like this. When light crosses from one medium to another, say from air to glass, it bends or refracts. Some of it goes through and part reflects back. How much gets reflected depends on things like the angle, the light's polarization, and most importantly for us, the difference between the refractive indices of the two media. The larger that difference, the more light is reflected. And Underwood and Barbee used that principle. They made a super thin layer of tungsten, less than 1 nanometer thick, thin enough that X-rays could pass through without immediately being absorbed. When X-rays hit the layer at a specific angle, the tungsten reflected less than 1%. Then they carefully tuned the layer thickness so the path length of the transmitted X-rays was only 1/4 of its wavelength. Then they added another layer, this time out of carbon. It has a higher refractive index than tungsten for wavelengths of 4.48 nanometers. The X-rays hit the boundary and a little bit more reflects. But this time, the phase is inverted, or it's changed by half a wavelength. This happens when any light moves from a lower refractive index to a higher one. Now, by the time this new reflected wave reaches the tungsten boundary, it has traveled another 1/4 of its wavelength, for a half wavelength in total. So the two phases line up and the waves interfere constructively. Underwood and Barbie kept doing this trick for a total of 76 alternating layers, so that in total they could reflect back much more of the X-rays. Now, they only managed to reflect around 6% of the light, but it was a proof of principle that you could reflect X-rays.
So Kinoshita saw the possibilities. He got to work, and after around 2 years, his team designed and built 3 tungsten carbon curved multi-layer mirrors to reflect 11 nanometer light. And with it, he managed to print lines 4 microns or 4,000 nanometers thick, proving that, at least in theory, X-ray lithography was possible. A year later, in 1986, he went to present his findings to the Japanese Society of Applied Physics. Proud and excited, he explained his setup and showed his image. But to his horror, the audience refused to believe it.
Unfortunately, the audience was highly skeptical of my talk.
Kinoshita was devastated. He later said, people seemed unwilling to believe that we had actually made an image by bending X-rays, and they tended to regard the whole thing as a big fish story.
Nobody believed that this was a viable way forward, and unfortunately, the reaction was at least somewhat justified. First, this light isn't naturally produced by anything on Earth. The closest natural source is the sun.
We had to basically build an artificial sun here on Earth.
Most scientists, including Kinoshita, produced X-ray light using a particle accelerator or a synchrotron.
It gives an enormous amount of power. It's as big as a soccer field. You can fuel a whole fab. The problem is if the light goes out, the whole fab goes out.
So each machine needed its own power source. But even if you could produce the light, you'd need to make incredibly smooth mirrors to actually focus and print those tiny features. You would need the smoothest objects in the universe.
Okay, so I got a football and I've got a bouncy ball and a cobblestone street. Now, what do you think is going to happen when I drop them? The football basically bounces straight up, but for the bouncy ball, it just shoots up to the side. And that's because the surface is relatively flat for the football, which is much larger, but it's super rough for the bouncy ball. And a similar thing happens with mirrors. If the surface is super rough compared to the size of the wavelength, then the light scatters randomly. Now, it might look smooth, but if you zoom into a mirror, you find something that looks like this. You find all these crazy bumps, and now to measure the roughness,